Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, holy fuck football. What a weekend of football. I'm going to be buzzing forever. I think this whole room is going to be buzzing forever. Incredible weekend of football. We had one of the greatest games I've ever watched with the Chiefs-Bills. We had an insane comeback, fall short with the Bucs. Aaron Rodgers choked again. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are going to the AFC Championship game. We're going to recap it all. It is an incredible weekend to just soak in the football. And we're going to also do Fastest 2 Minutes, Who's Back of the Week. And we are brought to you by our friends at 1-800-Flowers. Yes, it is back. It is time. This Valentine's Day, it's coming up, guys. It pays to plan ahead with 1-800-Flowers.com. From first dibs on great deals to the best selection of Valentine's Day roses and guaranteed delivery, don't wait to wow. Up your love game today with the biggest and brightest roses from 1-800-Flowers. Right now, 1-800-Flowers has an amazing offer for all of our listeners. Get 24 assorted roses for $39.99 or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. This is an unbelievable offer from 1-800-Flowers. 24 assorted roses for $39.99 or upgrade 24 red roses for $10 more. Well, there's a full spectrum of assorted roses or the timeless red roses. You can't go wrong with 1-800-Flowers. Make sure you do this right now. And fellas, don't just do it for your girlfriend or your wife. Do it for your mom too. They love it. Valentine's Day is here. And if you're a woman, get roses for your man. It's beautiful. Valentine's Day. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com right now to order 24 assorted roses for $39.99 or upgrade to the 24 red roses I mentioned for only $10 more. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and enter code PMT. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code PMT. Hurry, offer expires Friday. Okay, let's go.
Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by 1-800-Flowers. Go right now to 1-800-Flowers.com and click that icon and put in code PMT. Today is Monday, January 24th.
Damn.
Divisional round. Chaos. Whap, whap, whap. We start in Nashville, where the king has returned to his kingdom, as Derek John Henry was a steel-driving man running with a plate in his foot. Jamarcus Mark Chase put in all the dirt after the catch, as the Bengals tried to prove they're not just new kids on the block. The Bengals collected Hilton Honors rewards points as a defensive back made an incredible red zone interception, and it wasn't the only one, as Ryan Tannehill was throwing a lot of pick, and in the words of our good friend Frank the Tank, more like Ryan Trashahill. The game came down to the kicker as Evan Easy McPherson cooked up an AFC Championship game appearance in less than a minute. The Hennessy Titans are left drinking their sorrows away, wondering what could have been. Bengals 19, Titans 16. Hooday! Whap! Whap!
In the frozen tundra, where Aaron Rodgers looked more like Deshaun Pfizer as the quarterback avoided the end zone as if it were CDC guideline. Big Daddy Trent Williams played bumper pool with Packers defenders, and the game plan was easy. In order for the Niners to win this game, they were going to have to keep Aaron Rodgers from scoring, get a touchdown on special teams, and have Jimmy Garoppolo commit 0 turnovers. But in the good words of my dear friend Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Ellie Robbie Golden kicked a game winner as Packers fans looked on, wishing for Lambeau to burn. Former Washington football team coach Kyle Shanahan beats former Washington football team coach Matt LaFleur 13-10.
In Tampa Bay, where Kendall Roy Blanton started the scoring and had Twitter off the hook, Tom Brady will have trouble kissing his kids after suffering a bloody lip in the first half. But as the saying goes, never count out touchdown Tom. It was a wild second half as the Bucs needed a prayer and went to knocking on Evan's door time and time again to bring them within a score. Cam Akers-Mark was running drunk and engaged in some whiskey business as he fumbled late to give the Bucs a shot. The game came down to the wire, and as my good friend Mick Jagger once said, give me a little drink from your Lovin' Cooper cup. Just one drink, and we're in the NFC Championship game. I think that's how it went. The Rams shocked the Super Bowl champs 30-27.
And we finish in Kansas City, where Peter Gabriel Davis was a sledgehammer, scoring 4 touchdowns. Josh Allen brought his Viagra again, but the Chiefs had a hard man of their own.
Hey, Boom, I'm hearing right now we have Patrick Mahomes down on the sideline. Patrick?
Holy cats! God dang, I'm tickled pink. Now that's what I call some football. Andy Reid pulled me aside. He said, when times get grim, go be the Grim Reaper. Don't be the KC Chiefs. Be the KC Anthonys. And we're all pulling like the dickens to get Coach another slice of chocolate cake. I was thinking of dunking and thinking of running out there, but I just let my freak flag fly. And y'all already know I love playing catch-up. Appreciate you as always, TJ.
All right. Chiefs in overtime. 42-36. Thank you, Patrick.
As always, love to have you guys back on next week.
All right. Week divisional round in the books, brought to you by Coors Light. I'll tell you what, after that weekend, going to need a moment to chill.
You got to ice down that throat.
Yeah, I got to ice down. I was screaming, yelling, trying to get the game of the year through the finish line. Coors Light is the one made to chill. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. Right, Billy? Coors Light is the best beer out there.
What did you say, Billy?
When you need to hit a reset button, Billy.
You drink. Are always blue.
What do you drink, Billy?
I love Coors Light.
Always?
I
Never.
always drink Coors Light.
Never
the official
anything else.
beer of pretty much dry January.
Yes, official
course.
beer of Pardon My Take, the thing that pays your paychecks. All right, Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged. It's literally made to chill. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Perfect for a moment to unwind. Coors Light is the one that I go to when I'm, maybe hopping into the office for a little pregame.
Mm-hmm. Just cruising by. It's
Grabbing a Coors Light.
Official beer of 5 p.m. on a Friday.
Maybe cooking up a blog with my good friend Ben Mintz. That's what Coors Light is for. It is the greatest beer ever created. Coors Light is the one I choose when I need to unwind. So when you want to hit the reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Okay, holy shit. That was an awesome weekend of football.
I love football. I love football, Big Cat. And I'm gonna do the verbal tweet, which is, if you don't love me at my super wild card weekend, you don't deserve me at my super divisional round Sunday.
It applies here because I went basic as well when I was like, there is literally nothing better than sports, and I truly believe that because what we watched, you just cannot replicate. The 3 games leading up to the Sunday night game were all great, very dramatic, awesome games, huge implications. But Sunday night's game with the Bills and the Chiefs, and we'll start there and then we'll go backwards to the Bengals Titans. That game was simply incredible. I know people will come away from it having we actually predicted it as it went to overtime. We're like, well, now this is going to be great because people are just going to talk about the overtime rules. How about let's talk about that game was incredible, and those two quarterbacks were playing on a different level. Josh Allen played a perfect game, and he lost. There's no justice for that. I feel absolutely heartbroken for the city of Buffalo. That is on a scale of 1 to 10 bad losses and heartbreaking losses. It's an 11.
I think tonight's loss probably equals 2 Super Bowl losses for the Buffalo faithful that have lived through it all, because this team, I think, they were definitely going to be favored next week.
Yep.
Probably would have been favored in the Super Bowl against either one of those teams.
It felt like we were watching the 2 best teams in the NFL, and I know we're going to get to everyone else, and that's that could still be decided. But when you're watching that game, you're like, these 2 teams don't really have flaws. They were playing at such a high level. Every single offensive possession felt like the stakes were so high. It's crazy to think we actually were joking. Like, it was a joke. And anyone who says it wasn't a joke, you're lying. It was a joke when we said they left too much time for Patrick Mahomes with 13 seconds.
It happened 3 times in a row. It was like the end of that Tennessee Bowl game where it was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There was too much time on the clock left for Patrick Mahomes. Then there was too much time on the clock left for Josh Allen. Then there was too much time on the clock left again for Patrick Mahomes with 13 seconds, which is, as we know, the perfect amount of time to run a quarterback draw. Maybe not the perfect amount of time to go, 60 yards and kick a field goal?
Mike McCarthy was like, what are they doing? You're allowed to pass in these situations?
That was insane. You can look for your tight end up the seam. It was. You said that neither one of these teams have flaws. I think they do have on the defensive side. But as far as from an entertainment standpoint, these are the 2 best offenses in the NFL. And Josh Allen, you're right, he played an absolutely perfect game. And Patrick Mahomes had 177 yards passing after the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, it was insane. And obviously the defenses they're not the 2 best defenses in the league. But, I discount the end of the game chaos. Like, that was... Sometimes games get like that where it's like, well, the defense doesn't really matter any. Like, there's nothing either team can do. It's just wide open shootout. Both defenses actually played okay up until that point, like making the other offense go long drives for scores. Not like, they did an okay job given how good these quarterbacks are. But yeah, it's crazy that we were sitting there watching the game, and it's like insane, the sliding doors. It's 4th and 13 with a minute and 54 left in the game, and the Bills are down 26-21. And if Josh Allen doesn't hit Gabriel Davis on that 4th and 13 play for a touchdown, we have already finished recording this show because Mahomes gets the ball back and they just get a couple first downs, game's over. Instead, he hits Gabriel Davis. They go up 27-26. And the final score, this is with a minute and 54 left, and the final score was 42-36. It's insane. Yeah. It was just touchdown, then the field goal. Like, an absolutely insane game where both guys are playing at a, all-time level. I'll tell you this, BFT, another basic tweet we got to throw out there.
Say it.
The league's in good hands.
Yes.
Yeah, the league is in good hands.
No, these guys, the future of the NFL is bright with these youngsters.
I can't wait to watch them for the next decade.
There are so many good young players out there, especially in the AFC. Damn. Today was it was one of those Sundays where it's life-affirming watching football because you're like, I'm not the one that's wasting my life caring this much about sports. You guys are the ones. It's the classic saying, this game is drunk. This game was on the high-quality meth. The stuff that they give to billionaires, the limitless pill that us peasants don't have or aren't able to get our hands on because we don't have the pure Sudafed that they have.
It's the greenies in the Mets dugout in the 1980s. That's what we were taking.
It was the best. I was snorting pure lines of football, and I'm probably going to have a football hangover.
Oh,
I mean, I think we all will. Tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up. We're going to have a headache, and we're going to be like, what's the matter? I drank plenty of water yesterday. Oh, it's all the awesome football that I watched. Watching these 4 games this weekend, I'm pretty sure that just based on heart rate data, you probably got 10 hours of cardio in this weekend.
My Apple Watch said during the Bills-Chiefs games, there's a note that pops up and it says, please remember to breathe. It's like breathing helps with creativity. Smart. It's like, no, I'm not breathing. I don't have time to breathe. I just keep going back, and we could talk about the Bills, but Patrick Mahomes, I mean, Andy Reid, total baller to tell him when it's grim, be the Grim Reaper with 13 seconds left. 13 seconds left. I do think the Bills made a complete bonehead strategic error not squibbing that kick. Even if they down it, even if he falls on it, that's at least 3 seconds that you take off the clock, and now it's 10 seconds, not 13. You gave them free seconds there when I guess now we know 13 seconds is too many seconds for Patrick Mahomes.
It is, and when
almost made a Rick Pitino joke. But
we didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Did not.
When Tyreek Hill was scoring that touchdown, I noticed he threw up the deuces on him.
He did.
He put the deuces on while he was running in the end zone. I'm pretty sure that's a taunting penalty, right?
Yeah.
So that penalty should have probably added. They probably would have scored on the very next play, anyways.
Right. Well, people were saying if he had gone down, the game wouldn't have even gotten to that point where Josh Allen then, because Tyreek Hill scores a touchdown with a minute left. And then Josh Allen goes and scores a touchdown with 13 seconds left. It was crazy.
No, I'm doing the math on that one. I think that would have eaten up enough seconds where Patrick Mahomes, after Josh Allen had already scored, would have only had like 9 seconds left.
Probably too much.
Probably still too much time on the clock. You can't stop Patrick Mahomes. You just can't. There's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do to stop Patrick Mahomes is install Cliff Kingsbury as his head coach.
Yeah.
He's the only person that's been able to bottle him up.
It's crazy, too, because Patrick Mahomes, like, the style that they won the game until the end, because the end just became a shootout crazy. Like, the Bills were just basically like, we're going to keep everything in front of us. Patrick Mahomes, you're going to have to beat us with 10-play drives. And he did. You know what I mean? Like, he used his feet. Like, the fact that the first half, the most explosive play that the Chiefs had was Patrick Mahomes running the ball. It just shows that he can do everything. And it's insane to watch. And I know that we had, like, a little dip where, like, the league figured him out. And, the Chiefs, the shine's off the Chiefs. No. This guy he's fucking incredible.
Did I do the math right on this? That there were 25 points scored in the last 2 minutes of the game?
So that's also counting overtime, I think.
So there was the touchdown to Davis, 2-point conversion to Diggs. That's 8.
Yep.
Then there was
a
Tyreek
touchdown.
Hill. That's 15.
Yep.
Then,
so it's 25.
Then Josh Allen came back down the field, threw another one to Davis, and then there were 25 fucking points scored in the last 2 minutes.
It's crazy.
Of regulation of this game.
Yeah, no.
It felt like there was a fight that was on. I forget the guys that were fighting in UFC last night. I think it was the second to last one. But this game reminded me of that fight where they're kind of checking each other, beating each other up pretty good for the first like 90% of the fight. And then the last 30 seconds, they just go ape shit on each other. And they just start swinging and punching each other as hard as they can in the face. That's what this game was.
Yeah, no, that was my point when I said that if you had freeze framed it with 1:55 seconds left and the score is Chiefs 26 and Bills 21, that's 1:55 seconds left. That's when you freeze frame it. And then the game ends 42-36. It's crazy.
We can talk a little bit about the overtime rules because I think the game obviously flipped on Josh Allen's coin flip.
Yeah,
when he called tails.
We're partially to blame.
And I'm okay with tails. I'm okay with dying by tails.
Agreed.
Because tails doesn't fail. It rhymes. So I don't have a problem with it because I'd have a much bigger issue if you had called heads and then tails lands.
Yeah, then you look like an idiot.
Then you look like an idiot.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the rhyme. So I'm okay with that. I'm also okay. I would prefer the overtime rules be different, but still, Pete Prisco is right. Defense is a big part of football.
You have to get a stop. I have no problem if the NFL came out tomorrow and they're like, "Hey, we're changing the way we do overtime. It's going to be like college overtime."
I'm fine with that.
And you know what you have to do? You know what the easy fix is, which is so stupid the NFL just doesn't do it? Just make that the overtime rule for playoffs.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck if in week 3 the Steelers and that Tim Boyle didn't get the ball. You know what I mean? Like, they care about these type of games when Josh Allen doesn't get the ball. So it's my whole point though is it's a fair criticism. I'm just tired of having this debate because I'd rather talk about how incredible this game was. Because that's what's going to be like. Colin Cowherd's going to lead his. It's going to be like Josh Allen never touched the ball. Overtime rules suck. No. That game was incredible. It's unfortunate that the Bills lost. I was rooting for the Bills. They got absolutely their hearts ripped out of their chest. But let's talk about how great the game was.
Mike Greenberg is going to be on an all-time tear tomorrow with the overtime rules. He's going to have some dumb, abstract rule change that nobody's even thought of and just put out a masterclass. So I don't know.
Just do it for the playoffs. It's so easy.
Just do it for the playoffs. That's a good rule. And right at the coin toss, the losing quarterback should touch the ball before they kick it off. Then you can be like, both quarterbacks touch the ball.
They technically touch the ball. So the Chiefs go on. Incredible game. Tyreek Hill, that. It's so crazy how he changes games.
He's so slippery.
Because that touchdown that he scored late in the fourth quarter, we forget that kick return, that punt return he had was such a game-shifting play too. He's just so goddamn good. But we should talk about the Bills. Josh Allen was incredible. It was the full Josh Allen show. It was it was not to compare him to someone else, but it felt like a even better version of 2015 Cam Newton, where he will pass it over everyone. He will throw a bomb to Gabriel Davis. Oh, and then when he wants to run the ball, he literally hurt their defensive players. He ran over one of their defensive players. The quarterback put one of their defensive players out of the game because he's that much of a wrecking ball. And anytime he wants to run, you just know, like, it always looks bad because you're like, uh-oh, they don't have it blocked. And then he just emerges from like the madness of the line, and he gets like 10 yards.
He's so goddamn big. This is a fun stat about Josh Allen. This was on The Athletic earlier this week. It was talking about his season that he had this year and how efficient at running the ball he was. There are only 3 players in NFL history that have had more efficient seasons running the football than Josh Allen did. You know who they are? They're all 3 quarterbacks, actually. It's Cam Newton.
Lamar.
Nope. It's Cam Newton.
Vic.
Robert Griffin in 2012. And then Michael Vick in his Madden year in 2004. That's it.
It's crazy.
So Josh Allen is he's a fucking force. It always did seem tonight, though, that it was a little bit harder for the Bills for most of the night than it was for the Chiefs.
Well, I think there was also play calling. Like that last drive, the drive that started the flurry, the drive that they get 4th and 13 for a touchdown. It was baffling what they were doing. They were essentially trying to run the clock, but also not realizing they needed a touchdown, and some of those play calls made no sense.
It wasn't just that, because even on that first drive, they were going for it on 4th down. They had to go for it a lot. They had to put their nuts on the table for a good part of the night. So it just felt like it was just like slightly harder for the Bills on offense. Now that's not saying much because obviously they were able to make it work even when it was difficult for them. On the last drive, on that 4th and 13, Davis put that dude on skates. That was an awesome route that he ran. He's going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, he was crazy. And put a little tickler in this, or put a little pin in this comment right that I'm about to say. It shows how good Josh Allen is that he, like, Stephon Diggs is his guy. Stephon Diggs had, 7 yards tonight? Stephon Diggs probably wasn't open as much as Gabriel Davis. That's the sign of a mature quarterback. It's like, I'm going to take what the defense gives me and burn them with other guys. Just because you took away my number 1 receiver doesn't mean I won't hit other guys. Aaron Rodgers throwing it only to Devontae Adams. We'll get to that. But that's like Josh Allen. Like, that's, you go into this game, and if you said Gabriel Davis is going to have 200 yards and 4 touchdowns, you're like, well, did Stephon Diggs get hurt? I don't know, but that's Josh Allen will find the right guys. That bomb he threw was... It's just, oh my God, his fucking arm.
You know what's sick?
I know this is like actually terrible.
No, let's just gush. Let's gush.
Well, I don't also want to take away from the Chiefs because the Chiefs are the team marching on, and I did gush over Patrick Mahomes, and they deserve to win. It's not like a game where it's like, oh, the Chiefs, that's bullshit that they won. No, they were the better team tonight. It was heartbreaking for the Bills. I just think if you're a Bills fan, you have to just go to sleep tonight, as terrible as this is. And as terrible as the winter's going to be and waking up tomorrow morning, Josh Allen is 25 years old. And you have him for the next decade. And he's already locked up on his first, long-term deals extension. He's going to be awesome for a long time. And you just got to go to sleep knowing that.
Isn't it so cool how, like, one dude can make an entire city happy for 10 years?
It's going to get to Joe Burrow. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Like, no, our good friend Tom Fernelli texted me during the game, like in the 4th quarter. He's like, I want this for us. And I was like, the Bears will never have this. This is a different sport. Like, we were watching quarterbacking at the highest level.
You know what the sickest pass was, I thought, was when he threw that one to Davis, the bomb that went about 50 yards in the air, but it never left the screen. You could see the ball on the screen the entire time because it was just a fucking missile. And I think Billy got our podcast into international trouble with that one, making some sort of like Ukrainian political statement out of that throw. Way to go, Billy! Now Russia's probably hacking memes as we speak.
Yeah, and I got hacked on Saturday.
I know. I don't know if memes is. I don't know if he tweeted this out today. No disrespect to him if he did. I just want to say that, like, in the instance of a Gabriel Davis type player having 4 touchdown catches for 200 yards, I don't think that people should be using the Randy Moss meme to describe a game that's better than that Randy Moss game where he had 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 160 yards, or whatever.
Yeah.
Gabriel Davis lit it up tonight.
He was incredible. Like, every single time they needed a big play, he was there. I mean, Cole Beasley was awesome as well. I love watching Josh Allen play football. He's so fun to watch. I'm heartbroken for Buffalo. Like, that is... 13 seconds is going to just live in their minds, and it's going to haunt them because that tells you everything. Like, everything that we said about Josh Allen and how much we love him, the fact that 13 seconds was too much time for Patrick Mahomes, like that's the biggest takeaway in this game. Like Patrick Mahomes, 13 seconds. You could say the Bills' defense had a fatal flaw there, which they did, but it's still Patrick Mahomes making throws, having like clock awareness. Like as much as we laughed about Dak and Mike McCarthy, that's what perfect quarterbacking looks like.
2 all-pro safeties too, I think, make it worse. Like
Yeah.
that was the problem with the Tyreek touchdown and
Yeah.
the end of the game was the back end of the defense, and
I know.
With
those
Tyre-
guys are all pros.
Tyreek, though, it's a little bit different because he's just so
the
fucking
angle.
good.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
he makes anyone look slow and makes anyone have bad angles. Like that's how different his speed is. Like
And
that's
as much as you yell at Tyreek Hill for catching a ball and then immediately he hops backwards like, I don't know, 4 yards right after he catches it. He'll have a couple of times where he loses like 2 or 3 yards after the catch because he's trying to make a play, but then he'll have another play like 3 downs later where he hops backwards, sprints sideways, and goes off for 55 yards.
it's crazy. And then
I think he's got something on his uniform. I think he's got he sprays himself down with Pam before a game.
We haven't even talked about Travis Kelce with the touchdown catch to win the game. I mean, like that's the Chiefs are just full on Chiefs now, and I like that's the most reductive analysis possible. But there's nothing else you can say. They're just back to being the holy fuck. They have dudes everywhere. Chiefs like Jerick McKinnon being a game changer in passing and running. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was Hilaire. Jake?
Either.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, like he was running angry. He was making moves, making guys like just rolling over people. They just have everything. It's and Tyrann Mathieu got hurt in like what, the second play of the game? Chiefs are a fucking really, really good team. And I feel really, really bad for the Bills. I know I'm just repeating myself, but that's how bad I feel for the Bills that I'm probably going to be muttering that when I wake up in the morning and be like, man, I feel bad for the Bills.
Also, shout out to the guy in Kansas City that was dressed up as the Wolf today. That guy came to play like, imagine going to an NFL game. He's sitting on about the 50-yard line, best seats in the house. Every time the camera cut to him in the biggest moments of the game, he had the full Wolf outfit on. You can't see through that thing.
You know what he also had?
He's just pumping up the crowd. He had the shirt on that said, "Come at me in February" with a Lombardi trophy.
You know what he also had? This is why he can be the Wolf and go to that game and just be the Wolf because he had a GoPro on his head. So he's probably going to rewatch the tape later.
I love that. Yeah. Good for him.
It's basically like you went to the game twice.
You get to go home and watch that game. He's actually the smartest person in the world for getting to go home. I wish. You know what? I really wish there was. I wish I had the Men in Black memory eraser thing where you can just like erase the last 4 hours of your life.
Yes.
So that I could go back and watch this game for the first time again.
I mean, oh, man. It
I
was
guess
crazy.
I could get blackout drunk and hope that affects my memory.
It's crazy, too, that, like, game of the year over, that was actually in doubt. That 4th and 13, I still can't get over the fact that Josh Allen converting that 4th and 13 led to the craziest ending in, like, string of events. Because if he doesn't get that, it's game over. Like, the Chiefs get their first downs, little Tyreek running a route that no one can guard, and again, we're probably already home. Like, that's how nuts the game went from that moment on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it all turned on the lack of the squib.
Yeah,
you gotta squib it.
You gotta squib. Even 3 seconds makes it so that you have one, maybe 2 plays. I mean, they do it in 2 plays?
The crazy part is you don't have this conversation about any other team except for the Chiefs.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's 13 seconds. You can do it. You can onside kick it probably and still be fine. With the Chiefs, it's like you need to bleed 2.5 seconds off the clock somehow.
Like, that's forever going to just be like 13 seconds, too much time for Patrick Mahomes. That's a joke. That is a joke. That's literally a joke that he made a reality. 13 seconds.
You guys want to hear insane stat?
Yeah.
Insane stat, yes.
Is it going to be right?
Yes.
I love you, Billy.
Chiefs game-tying field goal drive took less time than Dak's quarterback sneak.
Well, yeah, because Dak had 14 seconds left.
Exactly.
Yep.
That is
Crazy
insane.
to think about.
That is insane.
That's crazy. It's this whole game.
You know what? You remember back right before that 4th and 13 call when the guy came onto the field?
Yeah.
There's a fan on the field that got lit up. If the Bills win that game, that guy's the biggest mush in the history of Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
That guy almost cost them a playoff game single-handedly, but you had Patrick Mahomes.
You had Patrick Mahomes. And then Patrick Mahomes' lovely wife spraying champagne on everyone which is just like how you have to respect that move. She's, you can't. What do you say to that? If you're just standing underneath, if you're a Bills fan and you're underneath and you just get sprayed with champagne as you get your heart ripped out, I want. If there's a Bills fan that can prove that they were there, please tweet us.
Also, like, this isn't baseball. We're popping champagne for the divisional round.
Good point.
It was a good game, though, Hank. It was. I would complain about that if I were you too, but
I'm not complaining. I'm more like, if you're Patrick Mahomes, it's just bullet. Like, if the Chiefs lose next week, it's going to be such a bad look. Like, everyone's going to be playing.
No,
with
I
a
agree.
champagne bottle.
You do open yourself up.
It's not necessary.
I just think that this was probably the best game in the history of the NFL playoffs, and so to win it,
one of them for sure.
One of the craziest games. Yes, 28-3 was also a very crazy game. But
you said that, not me.
It was such a wild ending, and just such an incredible thing to watch that I excuse any bad behavior that took place right after this game.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean,
have a lot of emotion you gotta let out.
I walked away from the gambling cave and I was like, I need 10 minutes to just like sit down and just collect like where I'm at. I was getting dizzy with what was happening.
I'm gonna give Jackson Mahomes also a pass on any TikToks that he creates and posts after this game. I feel like that's also a situation.
There's a little bit of a halo period, where he gets like 12 hours here. As much as I would love, I mean, I'm not joking when I say this. We could probably just sit here for the next 2 hours and just talk about how sick this game was and just repeat ourselves like, what a game. We should probably move on, but what a game. One last time, what a game.
That game was freaky nasty.
It was one you'll remember forever. Not just because it was game of the year, no big deal, 3-0. But it was one everyone except Bills fans, because that sucks, will remember forever. And
25 points in the last 2 minutes.
Incredible. So that sliding door moment, like, just think about how we were feeling when we were watching that play, being like, it's over, the game's over, the Bills lost, the under hit, like, this sucks. And then from that point on, just chaos, absolute chaos. Josh Allen is going to be your quarterback for a long time, Bills fans. Just keep saying that to yourself. Like, that's your mantra. You wake up, you say it over and over to yourself.
We have Josh.
In Josh we trust. We're going to be okay because Josh Allen is our quarterback. Over and over. All right, let's move on. We'll go back in time. We got Bengals, Titans. I was very wrong about this game. I've been getting beat up by Bengals fans. I almost, so much so that I almost started a war with them. We came to an agreement to put our guns down. But the Bengals go into Tennessee. The biggest takeaway from this game is, one, the Bengals defense, like, they played their balls off. The Titans defense was also incredible. Ryan Tannehill, I will never, ever let me bet on him again in a playoff game. You have to take my phone. You have to put me in a mental ward. Never, ever let me do that.
I'm so happy that I never gave up on the Ryan Tannehill as a mediocre quarterback take.
Yeah.
Because there were some times, to Ryan's credit, that he almost proved me wrong. He actually did prove me wrong, probably like a couple dozen times, because he's been very good over the last couple years. But this is a lesson to all the kids out there. Never give up on a take. Your take is not wrong until you admit that it's wrong. Because Tannehill did me the gift of showing me that he was still capable at times of being old Ryan Tannehill. It's who he is. He's never going to be a great quarterback. He can be a good quarterback. He can be a very good quarterback sometimes. But he's going to show up at some point. Usually, when you need it the most for him to not be old Ryan Tannehill is when he knocks at your door.
He did it inside of the game. He started the game, first play of the game, interception. He had the Mike Hilton interception was an incredible play by him. I still think that's just lack of awareness that, like, hey, dude, there's a dude just streaking in front of your face. Maybe don't throw this screen. And then he throws the insane dime to A.J. Brown for that touchdown that was like, it was so casual. He put it in he basically put it in his, like, underneath his arm.
Because he didn't even use two hands for it.
Yeah,
it fit in right
was
there
crazy.
Between his arm and his pads. And then, got stuck.
And then at the end of the game, when you are at worst going to go to overtime, at best maybe win the game with a Fat Randy revenge kick, you do the one thing you cannot do. You throw into triple coverage to not A.J. Brown, to not Julio Jones, to fucking Nick Westbrook-Ikini, and it gets tipped, which was a great play by Eli Apple. Again, the Bengals defense was incredible, but, like, you can't do that, and he did it. and he's a fucking moron, and I'm done with him.
Also, Evan McPherson, I think we can say Evan McPherson already the second best kicker in the NFL. Because he had that one bad game against the Packers
yep.
where it was just there was bad kicking vibes all over the field for that game. That's when Mason Crossbar, I think, missed 3 or 4 field goals.
Yes.
And McPherson caught a little bit of the yips from Mason Crossbar, missed a couple of his own. But since then, he's been, you could even say, like, he's been as good as Justin Tucker for the rest of this year. And people are like, why would you ever draft a kicker? You draft a kicker because he's Evan McPherson, and he's that, like, right now in retrospect, if you were to say, what would you spend on Justin Tucker right now? Would you use a first-round pick on him? Yeah, you probably would. Evan McPherson's probably the only other guy in the league. Carlson's pretty good, too, that you could justify using a draft pick on a kicker.
And and Joe Burrow, after the game, said that he did a warm-up, swing, and then was like, all right, guess we're going to the AFC Championship game. Mm-hmm. And that's how, like, cocky and confident he was. And, he's a total game changer. If you have a kicker like that, It completely, like, even the Titans' defense was incredible. 9 sacks. Joe Burrow took a couple sacks where they basically, it felt like they were going out of field goal range, and then Evan McPherson was like, "No, I got it. We're good." Like, they would have lost points with any other kicker, and they didn't do that. And I mean, the Bengals. So I did have that war with Bengals fans. I'm going to say something real quick. They're going to get upset about this. The Bengals also had a lot of luck in this game. There was a few plays, like, when you think about it, the penalty on the touchdown for the Titans, the extra point, and then the Titans decide to go for 2.
Yep.
That
was the right call, though.
Yeah, but that literally changed the game. Like, that was a lot. Like, you got a penalty, and it ended up basically deciding the game for you. Billy, can you go get me some water? Yeah. Sorry. We don't have water in this office. It's fucking terrible.
Anytime you can give up 9 sacks and win a game, you have to have some breaks go your way.
They had that. They had... Right before the Ryan Tannehill interception, they were trying to call timeout. The refs just didn't see it, so it, like, just didn't count. And guess what? It's better to be lucky than good sometimes, so don't apologize. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the Titans, I walked away from this game being like, the Bengals run is incredible. They deserve to be in the AFC Championship game. They have every chance to beat the Chiefs, who they beat a couple weeks ago. But if you're the Titans, you have to be just killing yourself how you manage this game and how you threw this game away. Like, even the little things, like, I don't think Derrick Henry was hit 100%. Obviously, he's got a fucking plate in his foot. Mm-hmm. Why they didn't run Deontay Foreman more?
And he was so much. When he had the ball.
He is so much faster, so much more explosive.
That 2-point conversion was actually a case study of Billy's point about how he's not a good short yardage back because his legs are too long. And he takes a while to gain a head of steam.
He needs a runway.
That's exactly what happened to him. He got the ball one step later. The guy off the edge comes in, grabs him by his shoelaces, and takes him down. I think a stronger, lower to the ground runner powers through that arm tackle.
Yeah.
I think it's Henry's, like, don't get me wrong, great running back.
He's not 100%.
Probably the best in the NFL. You can make the argument that he is. It's like him and Jonathan Taylor. But he wasn't totally healthy. Your foot can't be totally healthy after 8 weeks.
There was a play, I think it was in the fourth quarter, where it was very apparent, like, he broke through the line. There's a fly in here. He broke through the line, and prime Derrick Henry would have just buried the linebacker, or it might have been the safety, into the ground with a stiff arm, and it would have been like a 30-yard run, maybe even a touchdown. Instead, he was a slight step slower, and he gets tackled, maybe an 8-yard gain. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's the difference right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference between 100% and whatever he was playing at, probably 75%.
He wasn't totally ready to go. But if you can sack the opposing quarterback 9 times, you should probably win that game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
General rule of thumb. So the Bengals had to have a little bit of luck on their side, but they also had to make some nasty plays, which they ended up doing.
I was going to say, Jamar Chase was the complete game changer, game record that he is. He had 109 yards. 95 of those yards came after the catch. Like, he basically, every time the Bengals needed something explosive, something to flip the field, he was that guy, and that's how fucking good he is. So I'm not taking away from the Bengals. I'm saying more like walking away from that game. Bengals, incredible story. They absolutely have a chance to beat the Chiefs next week. The Titans, as a franchise, have to be sitting there being like, what just happened? Because we very much could have won that game if Ryan Tannehill plays a little bit better, if the 2-point conversion thing doesn't happen. Like, 9 sacks is crazy.
So we want the Bengals to win next week. I think. I speak for myself, but I think you probably do too.
I want Joe Burrow to
Hank
win.
also. Yeah, we're rooting for our friend Joe. The issue I'm running into is that Joe's pissed off now. That he's sick of the whole we're underdog narratives. So I want to keep reminding him that he's an underdog, so he'll continue to be pissed off.
Bengals fans should actually thank me that I put the Titans in the CLP. I can't believe we keep doing this where it's like you want me to doubt because I'm a fucking idiot and I get things wrong all the time.
So I feel
Bengals fans really seem to have.
Oh, well, you know what it was?
I literally haven't seen any mad Bengals fans.
Oh my god! Well, yeah, because you bet on the Bengals.
Yeah.
So why would you see them?
Well, I would have to.
Like,
I don't live in your mentions, but I'm pretty sure that whatever team you bet against, is going to hate you.
It was a clip from. I said the Titans were going to kill the Bengals on the Pro Football Show. I think I might have said it on the Advisors too. And it's like this is the job. What do you want me to just get in front of a camera and be like? I think it could be a good game. I don't know who's going to win.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
whoever you pick against is going to hate you.
Right. Well, Titans fans, they have always been disrespected. I actually had Titans fans mad at me because I picked them, which is another story, but I put that aside. Bengals fans were everyone's disrespect. I think they're the chip on the shoulder team. Like you said, Joe Burrow, the narrative is literally the Bengals shouldn't be here. So Bengals fans take what the team is doing and being like, what the fuck? Why aren't people respecting us? Which is a very fast thing to do after not winning a playoff game for 31 years. It happened overnight. But at the end of the day, I say it again, it will never change. But if I bet against your team, that doesn't mean I hate your team. But that's just the reality of it.
I'll take some of the heat off you real quick. Listen, in the year 2022, I don't think that the Bengals have a chance in hell of beating the Chiefs. With these two teams,
there you go.
Bengals are 2 years away from even being able to compete against the Chiefs. There's no chance that a team like the Bengals could go up against the Chiefs and outscore them. 0% chance.
And to
take it to the bank.
There's a tune-on guy who I thought was my brother who really stabbed me in the back, who took the clip from Pro Football Show, and I think he replied it to every account for 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
Every tweet I had, it was the first tweet. He was doing it to Old Takes Exposed. He was going full on. I understand.
I can't wait until I have 100 people reminding me that the Bengals did in fact beat the Chiefs a month ago.
Right.
That's the best part.
Oh man,
you need to give their offensive line some bulletin board material. You got to get them fired
up.
The offensive line.
That's their only hope.
You know what? Let's just spam the timeline with the meme about drafting Penei Sewell instead of Jamar Chase.
Yes.
The crazy thing is it works both ways. If you do have Jamar Chase, you can throw the ball to him. Take a 3-step drop, give him the ball, and then let him rack up the yak. Right.
Right. Yeah. No. He changed the game, and I think at this point the Bengals the Chiefs have more talent right now on their roster. So do the Rams. So do the Niners. But the Bengals have Joe Burrow, and it's this weird thing that you just feel like you always have a chance with Joe Burrow and Evan McPherson and Jamar Chase. And, their defensive line played really well, too. That was part of Tannehill playing bad and the running game getting stuffed. So they have, that little mojo thing going that it might look on paper like the Chiefs are going to kill them, but I wouldn't count out the Bengals at all.
Did you see the world's saddest mayor's bet that got put out last week?
Yes.
That was the funniest shit of all time. It was the mayor of Nashville, whose name is Cooper, I think. And then the mayor of Cincinnati, I think his name's Purival. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I might have butchered that. But it was a picture of the two of them meeting, and they look like the two biggest nerds that have ever existed. And they're shaking hands, and they're tweeting back and forth at each other saying, how about a friendly wager? If my Titans win, then you have to wear a Tennessee jersey.
Oh,
and if the Bengals win, I'll in good nature put on a Cincinnati Bengals jersey.
Oh, no.
And then they're fair play. The game is afoot. Are these people actual humans? I don't.
And the handshake, they're both smirking.
All politicians are not humans.
They're fucking robots. If at least normal mayor's bets, which we love to make fun of here on Part of My Take, it's it would be okay. I'll eat a giant inflatable pool filled with Cincinnati chili, and then if you win, I'll hammer down 5 Nashville hot chicken sandwiches and sit on a toilet for 8 hours. That's a normal thing, is to just bet the food, but just to wear a jersey.
It's a total own.
Total
Can't
own.
wait till we see that picture.
Yeah, we need the picture tomorrow.
Yes. The Bengals are going to the AFC Championship game. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You know what I would have bet would be just like the state of Kentucky. Because I think Tennessee and Cincinnati both have rightful claims to the entire state of Kentucky.
Who gets to own it?
Am I wrong to say that the Bengals stadium, isn't it like on a river that's basically inside of Kentucky?
It's close.
I'll have to pull up a map. But
Yeah, it's right on the border.
Yeah, but shout out to
It's on that river that Chris Collinsworth saved those people. Or no, he got off first. Oh, yeah. Remember that?
He almost died.
Yeah, he got off first. The floating restaurant that almost floated away. Mm-hmm. It was like on a barge, and it almost floated away. I think it was I can't remember.
He pulled
a
like
steakhouse.
He pulled a George Costanza,
he jumped
right?
off first.
Jumped to the front of the line.
Yeah. Well, everyone was like, well, this might just go down the river.
Here's a guy that'll save his own ass.
The Bengals... Yeah, I mean, the Bengals are marching on. I don't know what the Titans are going to do going forward because it does feel like you can't win a Super Bowl with Ryan Tannehill.
Can you?
No.
See,
I'm done with him.
I'm
totally
already
done
thinking
with
like
him.
maybe
No,
you could.
I'm totally
If
done
Derrick
with him.
Henry was healthy, maybe you could.
And
If you had Will Compton, many people are saying the curse of Will Compton. All his teams keep losing.
well, it's crazy because the Titans remade their entire defense in a year, and it was really, really good. Like, they played awesome. And Ryan Tannehill, like, if you could just do a Freaky Friday, you needed Ryan Tannehill from a couple years ago with this defense. And then you have a Super Bowl team.
But it'll never match up.
Never.
It never
Ever.
will. If you're a fan of a team that has a fucking awesome defense, like one of those defenses where you're excited when they're on the field,
Yes.
you will never have a great offense at that same
you're just
time.
talking to the Chicago Bears franchise.
Well, yeah, I've lived through it a few times, too.
But yeah, the awesome defense.
It's
and then being
never-
like, wish we had a quarterback. You get a quarterback. It's like the awesome defense is gone.
I actually think like we could name quarterbacks right now that I think the Titans would have won that game with, and I think
Cousins.
I think yes, Kirk Cousins absolutely. Jimmy G.
Yeah, well, Jimmy G just wins.
Jimmy G's a winner.
He's a fucking
especially if
winner.
he throws for no touchdowns. He's
Yes.
going to kick your ass.
He's a winner.
Baker Mayfield, I think they win.
Yeah, probably a healthy Baker Mayfield.
Healthy
you
Baker.
gotta say. Yeah, no, it's Ryan Tannehill, man. God,
I take
just like that first play. You're like, what the fuck is he doing? This game hasn't even started. I didn't even get in my seat. I didn't even get comfortable in my seat.
At least Big Ben is too slow to be able to get a pass like that off. He'll get sacked before he can throw an interception.
Yes. I also don't know how you like. I don't know. Whatever. The Bengals deserve the win. Do you think they had like what is it 6.5, 7?
I think right now it's 7.
7? The Bengals have no chance at beating the Chiefs. They could never beat the Chiefs. Look
Yeah,
at these
it's
two
crazy,
teams. Chiefs
'cause
are better than the Bengals.
I think the play is to live bet the Bengals. Like I could see the Chiefs being up like they were against the Bengals a couple of weeks ago, and just being like, guess what? Joe Burrow's going to bring them back because that's what he does.
This might actually be the first ever trap game in an AFC Championship game.
Oh, that's Florio had that take that was.
What do you say?
It was a real tweet, which sometimes our guy Florio kind of loses his mind.
It's kind of, especially after a game like this. This could be a trap game to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, let me find it.
Because like
he said it, and it was
think about
so
it.
ridiculous.
This is the most important game in the history of the Bengals franchise, at least for the last 30 years.
He said, letdown potential for winner of Bills-Chiefs tomorrow night is significant. Bengals and Joe Burrow could steal a berth in the Super Bowl. Get ready.
So this game means everything.
I think
to the city of Cincinnati.
I feel like you don't have a letdown in the AFC Championship.
But the narrative afterwards, if it does happen,
yeah, no. If they come out slow, if the Chiefs come out slow, it's like, well, they won their Super Bowl last week.
the Chiefs can play the first 57 and a half minutes of the game slow.
Yeah,
and still be able to win.
All right, so you think, yes, they have no chance? I think they have a chance. I was very wrong about the Titans-Bengals game. Even though if they played it again 100 times, I do think the Titans probably win it 60. But that doesn't matter because the Bengals won.
If the Bengals play the Chiefs 100 times this season, the Chiefs win it 101 times.
Probably. But yeah, congrats to the Bengals. Congrats to Cincy. You know, they're going to Kansas City. And I feel like there was a lot of Bengals fans in Nashville. They traveled well. Mm-hmm. So it's a hell of a time to be alive in Cincinnati.
So the only way that I really get a good cultural background on a lot of American cities is through their sports teams.
Yeah.
And like observing their sports fans. It dawned on me this weekend, I don't know much about the city of Cincinnati at all. Like besides Skyline Chili,
And the Reds.
besides the Reds and Eric Davis, Chris Sabo, he had cool rec specs. Their high school soccer programs.
They're kind of Kentucky, but not, and also huge college basketball.
Yeah,
Huge.
Like we said, the fight that would occur every year between
Yep.
Cincinnati and
Xavier.
Xavier. Besides that, like I need to learn more about the city of Cincinnati because there was that Fox News thing that came out that they had a study saying the drunkest franchises.
Yeah.
and the Bengals were listed first overall.
I can see that.
I mean, Bills, I think, should, in my personal experience, Bills would be first overall. But people from Cincinnati, hit me up and tell me what else I need to know about your city because
Is that
I'm
going to be on the stop? Should you make a trip?
through Cincy.
Is that on the road?
If they make the Super Bowl, we'll stop through Cincy.
There you go.
Boom.
Huge.
I just ruined Billy's plan to go see a roadside zoo in Tennessee.
Damn. How could
Why not
you?
both?
Well, there's roads, and so some roads take you certain places, and other roads take you to another place.
So why don't you just take some roads to one place and then
Good
take
point.
the
Hank's got
other
a good
roads to the other
counterpoint.
place?
Because if you go to Cincinnati, you can't. If you were to make a left, which is south, and then go down to Tennessee, that's another like probably 6 hours of driving.
That's
thought
not,
you were excited for the trip.
Yeah, you're not. It's
more time on the road.
You're not like it's absolutely feasible. Like Hank is right.
At the end of
There are roads that can take you to Cincinnati and also to the zoo in Tennessee.
I know. At
So-
the end of Thursday's episode, we were talking about maybe making a trip to Vermont, and I was like, 4-hour car ride. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. That's a long time in a car. And Hank was like, wait, you know that you have to be in a car for 40 hours.
No, but there's
And
like
then it started to dawn on me a little bit, but I'll be fine.
there's long trips on weekends. Like 4 hours is long for a weekend, but for like a road trip where you got a good amount of time, 4 hours is easy.
Yeah, so why don't you go?
Yeah.
You should do both.
Well, you see what else?
You guys are excited about it. You should do both. You should do Cincinnati. Actually, you should maybe hit up Kansas City too.
It's not actually the place in Tennessee that we're gonna miss. It's called Dinosaur Kingdom in Virginia, and it's a Civil War reenactment with dinosaurs.
I have no idea if that's a real
That
place or if
sounds-
that's
that's-
just
I mean,
something that
that
Billy
you have
wants
to go
very
there.
much.
No,
Yeah,
it-
you have to
it's
go
in
there.
Natural Bridge, Virginia.
Oh, I know Natural Bridge.
It's like
pretty cool.
statues.
Yeah, Natural
So you're
Bridge.
going to go there,
Route
Cincinnati,
81.
Kansas City, and Tennessee?
Well, we might have to reroute now.
Yeah, I think you do.
Back to the drawing
Call an
board.
audible. It's
I
an
think you
option.
got to go to Kansas City if the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl.
Eh.
Why? Do some barbecue?
We'll see. Billy also has his heart set on a 72-ounce
That's
steak
crazy
in
if you-
Amarillo, Texas.
If you guys don't go to Kansas City or Cincinnati, that's a tragedy.
72 ounces of steak. in
I know,
Amarillo.
but this is a football trip. You got to go see the city that's going to be in the Super Bowl.
But the Bass Pro Shop.
No, we're going to the fucking Bass Pro Shop
but
Pyramid.
It sounds like you guys are being selfish
Maybe you
about
just
this. You got to go
Take one way and then come back.
Yeah,
Good point.
We're get on the road.
We're gonna need an extra night.
you just get back on the road.
Yeah, no,
Um,
we'll probably stop at whatever AFC team wins.
Okay, that's a guarantee. That's
That was a
nice.
probably.
That was nice. Guarantee. He's gonna do it. He's gonna see.
Well,
you
it's going to be
guys.
Kansas City because Cincinnati doesn't have a chance.
All right, before we get to the next game, my favorite game, PFT, you got a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Yeah, our good friends over at Upstart actually hit us up, and they're doing business with Part of My Take. Again, we're doing business with them. We love Upstart. What would you do if you didn't have high-interest loans or credit card debt? Would you move to a new city or start a family? Through Upstart, you can pay off your existing debt quickly with a personal loan so you can tackle your next big financial goal. For a lot of people, getting financially healthy means dropping the weight of credit card debt. If you've ever been in debt, you know that it can feel suffocating. It can really crush your day. But where do you start when it feels like a never-ending cycle? Upstart can help you pay off your existing debt quickly and easily with a personal loan so you can start living your life. So if you have multiple credit card balances each month and you're only paying the minimums, you're only barely making a dent in your credit card debt. It can be discouraging, and Upstart can help you pay off your existing debt quickly so you can feel like you're finally getting ahead. They know that you're more than just your credit score, too. So rather than looking at your credit score alone, they also consider other factors like your income, your employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find a smarter rate for your loan. Best of all, you can check your rate, and it won't impact your credit score in just 5 minutes. That's great if you're out there, if you shop for loans. If you've shopped for cars, you can know that a credit pull can bring your credit down when all you want to do is check up on it. Not with Upstart. They will check your credit for you just 5 minutes and get you qualified for a loan between $1,000 to $50,000. And again, they check out your income, your employment, and other information, so it's not just your credit score. If you have a dicey credit score, if you don't have credit, it might not be a problem with Upstart. Find out how they can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/PMT. Upstart.com/PMT, so they know that we sent you over there. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/PMT.
Okay. 49ers 13, Packers 10. Aaron Rodgers chokes again.
I've got some fun stats. I know that you have some fun stats too. Do you just want to go back and forth a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers is currently tied with Trent Dilfer, Neil O'Donnell, and Rex Grossman for conference championship wins.
I did know that fact. It's also interesting that Jimmy G, so he could also be tied with Matt Stafford if he wins on Sunday. And if Jimmy G wins, Jimmy G would have won 2 NFC championship games, and he's been a full-time starter, non-injured, for 2 seasons.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's pretty crazy, right?
I would say it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun stat. How about this one? Rodgers once in his career has had a top 5 defense. Just happens to be the year that he won a Super Bowl when he had one of the best defenses in the league.
How about this one? The Packers won 39 regular season games the last 3 years. So they went 13-3, 13-3. Wait, did they go 14-3 this year? No, they went 13-4. Either way, they won a lot of regular season games, and they got bounced from Lambeau Field, where it's tough to play PFT.
No, you can't. You don't win in Lambeau in the playoffs, Big Cat.
Unless it's the last 20 years where they actually lead the league in home playoff losses with 7.
That's crazy.
7 times they've lost at Lambeau.
At the frozen tundra?
Yeah, at the frozen tundra. It's a scary place to go, unless it's Aaron Rodgers you're playing
Brett
against.
Favre rolling over in his Crocs.
I don't really know where to start. I love this game so much. Aaron Rodgers choked. And I know the special teams. Let's just do the special teams to get it out of the way. The special teams we mentioned on Friday, they were the worst in the NFL. You knew, like, the playoffs, the old saying goes, like, your weaknesses are shown in bright lights in the playoffs. Like, that's what happens. Whatever you're bad at, it will get exposed when come playoff time. That happened. Like, the block kick to end the first half, obviously the punt block that changed the entire game. And then to add all of it together, Robbie Gould, who I love him so much, Galaxy Brain, the Bears cut him in 2016 for this moment. They had 10 guys on the field, the Packers did, to try to stop that kick. Their special team has been atrocious all year. You knew it was going to rear its ugly head. It did. With that said, Aaron Rodgers is your MVP. He's the best quarterback, quote unquote, in the league. He should have won that game.
You got to score more than 10 points.
Not only that,
you have to score more than 10 points.
You have to score more than 10 points. The block kick happened. Like, stunned everyone. 10-10. Crazy. How did the special teams let us down again? Aaron Rodgers has the ball with 4 minutes left to win the game at home. It takes Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds. It takes Aaron Rodgers, infinity seconds, because he wasn't going to score a touchdown for the rest of the time on Saturday night. He choked. And I actually think most Packer fans will agree that he was bad, and all he was doing all night, it's hero ball. He was trying to force it to Devontae Adams, and if Devontae Adams wasn't open, he'd check it down to Aaron Jones. There was 21 targets to Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams, 6 to the rest of the team. That's insane. Like, Brady would never do that. Josh Allen just showed you what he can do. Like, he basically was like, I'm only going to throw it to Devontae Adams, even on that last throw that he might have made as a Packer. Lazard is wide open in the middle of the field, and he's like, I'm predetermined, going to throw it as deep as I can to Devontae Adams. Aaron Rodgers has become what he replaced. In old Brett Favre was the same guy. He was that guy at the end of his career. He'd only trust Donald Driver. He did that in the game against the Giants in the NFC Championship game in 2008. That was what we saw. We saw Brett Favre reincarnated in Aaron Rodgers. It's crazy, and I loved every second.
Okay, I'm with you, and I love the fact that you're happy. I just want to say that I support you in that endeavor. I don't think he's Brett Favre. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is
Late
Brett Favre. And I don't think he's Brett Favre because even late Brett Favre was still taking crazy chances and doing cool shit. Aaron Rodgers just gets very, very conservative sometimes with who he's passing the ball to. He only trusts a couple guys.
That's Brett Favre, though. That's what Brett Favre was doing. Like, he would only...
But I'm saying
Donald Driver...
He doesn't take chances, is the thing.
The chance fine, but Donald Driver, like, Brett Favre did the same thing with Donald Driver. Brett Favre was bigger than the franchise. That's the thing, is, like, it's crazy, and this is a bigger... Like, I'd have this conversation forever if anyone wants to have it with me, Packers fans. I do think there's something to be said about Green Bay being like a small town. Ownership is the fans. Their quarterbacks become heroes bigger than the franchise. Like, Aaron Rodgers thinks he is like God and he can do anything. That was similar to Brett Favre at the end of his career. That game just needed some intermediate passing from Aaron Rodgers and for him not to play like just terrible, and they win that game. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo Aaron Rodgers is so much better than Jimmy Garoppolo. They weren't that much different when it came down to how the game went.
Jimmy G, I think, is 2-0 against
true.
Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
It's true, but that's the thing is, like, if you're the Packers going to that game, you're like, we have a decided advantage at quarterback, and it just didn't happen.
All right, but also when it comes to playing against the 49ers, this game was a lot about the matchup too, because the 49ers just kicked the shit out of the Packers. I don't think any team in the NFC matches up well against the 49ers, actually. I think there are teams that you could make a strong argument for being the best team in the NFC. So you could say the Rams are the best team in the NFC. You could say the Packers are the best team in the NFC, and you could probably say the Bucs are the best team in the NFC. And you could say that all three of those teams are better than the Niners, but somehow the Niners are actually the matchup that neither one of those teams wants to have to play against.
But the Packers beat him this year. Like that. Like, Aaron Rodgers played bad.
Very bad.
I don't think it's matchup. I think he played bad. He was bad. He did not throw a touchdown pass. He's the MVP. I mean, this is all built for him.
They matched up pretty well against him on Saturday. Aaron Rodgers did choke. He played poorly. He should have been able to. You got to score more than 10 points. The crazy part is, on that block punt, that was returned for a touchdown, if they don't scoop that up and score it, I actually don't think that the 49ers win that game. I think if they had just fallen on the ball and it had been, down on like the 5-yard line or whatever, I think the Packers end up winning that game. Their special teams had to score a touchdown. Like, I didn't trust the Niners offense to be able to do anything at all that game.
Yeah, I mean, they
needed that touchdown.
They did move the ball nicely at times. Jimmy G threw that pick at the end of the first half that was like, what the fuck? And Jimmy G tried to throw that game away a million times. I just go back to, like, Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. Everyone says he's the best quarterback in the NFL. That guy, like what we watched on Sunday night with what we watched with Matt Stafford making those big throws. Like, Matt Stafford won that game, and we're going to get to it, but Matt Stafford won that game with a big-time throw to Cooper Kupp. And Aaron Rodgers just locked in on Devontae Adams all game, and it wasn't like he just didn't make any of the throws that the MVP of the NFL at home, 1 seed, should make, and I'm very happy about it.
You know what's crazy to think about is that if Big Ben hadn't worn a visor in that Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers would be Dan Marino.
Yeah, but he won it early.
Yeah, he won it early.
He's obviously an incredible quarterback. I know the Packers fans would be like, listen, Packer fans will call me a loser. I know I'm a loser. My team's a loser franchise. Last night was like the best night of the Bears season. And I'm like, that's loser talk. But when you admit that you're a loser, what else can you do? Like, you can't hurt me when I've already hurt myself.
What do you think was going on with the vibes on the special teams? Because we said all season, it's not just Mason Crosby. It's Bojorquez. It's the long snapper. It's like the three of them.
No, they're bad.
For whatever, they just don't vibe. They don't vibe together. It's like they tried to just put 3 guys in a room, and sometimes there's just, people don't work well with each other for whatever reason. Bojorquez, I know that I'm butchering his name. Bojorquez?
No, that was always going to be their problem.
But everybody was always just like a quarter second off with everybody else this entire season. And you could see it when Crosby would miss a field goal or get it blocked. His first look wouldn't be like either at the ground where he stepped, which a lot of kickers do when they miss, because they have to play, like Randy Bullock did that when he like slipped on that imaginary route last year. Usually kickers would do that. His glance of hatred would always be at his holder.
Yeah.
And then the long snapper would sometimes look back at the two of them, and he'd be pissed at them too. That was their Achilles heel all season long.
All season.
And I think you said that like it gets magnified, like the more attention gets put on in the playoffs. I think that whatever you're bad at in the regular season actually just gets worse in the playoffs, like with the pressure that's applied.
Well,
to
it gets exposed
If
because teams are really good and they know that they can expose your weaknesses. And that's what they did. And that's what they did. That's what the Niners did in terms of defense when they basically said, the first drive, the Packers went right down the field. They were doing single coverage on Devontae Adams. Then they're like, you know what? We're not going to let Devontae Adams beat us for the rest of the night. And guess what? Aaron Rodgers never went anywhere else. He just didn't. Like that Lazard, did you watch that last throw that he had?
No, I know for a fact that you've taken your time
Well, yeah, I'm a
which
loser.
I respect.
You can't hate me for that.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I said I'm a loser. I enjoy this.
I haven't put the hours in reviewing.
Well, it's just
the
one
film
clip. It's
no,
like an 8-second clip.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, Lazard was. I showed Hank. Lazard was wide open. Like,
Okay,
and it was
Lazard
very
open.
clear that Rodgers was just locked in on Devontae Adams. He was going to throw it that way. I went back. Hank came in. I was already taking notes, and I was playing
At like noon.
I was playing the 2000
The cat had 3 sheets of notes filled
NFC
out.
Championship game when
You
Brett Favre
were
locked
so
in on
past,
Donald Driver.
You were so far gone past last night. You had moved on
wow.
to like Brett Favre
Yes,
film
this is
history
what I'm saying.
studies.
So
Gifty.
I'm
He
watching
was
the dots.
playing hero ball.
You know the dots that
Yes.
all the serious analysts put out, which is better than watching football when you just see dots move around on a screen. I'm watching that. Number 13 doesn't look like there's anybody within 17 yards of him.
And it was a clean pocket, and he was standing there. It was hero ball. He was like, I'm going to throw it only to Devontae Adams or Aaron Jones underneath. There was nothing else.
3-man rush. Looks like they added a late. Yeah, he had all the time.
They
in the
missed
world.
Robert Tonyan. They actually, that would have been like, because he needed someone that he trusted more, but that's also on Aaron Rodgers. Like, guys were open, and he wasn't hitting other guys. So it was hero ball. He's done this before in the playoffs.
Crazy
He goes to hero ball.
Crazy Jimmy G stat is that he's 9-2 in his career in games where he throws 0 touchdowns. I
That
love
is
that
crazy.
stat. That's such a great Jimmy
He
G
was
stat.
trying to give that game away.
I still don't trust him, nor should you, nor should anybody.
No one.
But I kind of like him now. I like him because he's become the perfect quarterback for the whole quarterback win stat argument.
Yes.
We're like, yeah, you know what? I think we said this on Friday.
he does
like,
is win.
Like Jimmy G, now after winning this game, the guy wins football games.
Yeah.
What more do you want out of your quarterback? He's a winner.
He wins.
Intangibles. He also said, fuck the Packers after the game.
Which was
That was
great.
pretty cool.
Yes. And Robbie Gold, I fucking love you. Billy, can I get another water? Sorry, I'm just chugging water.
Big
Losing my
Cat.
throat.
Taylor Pepper. Did you see the video of the long snapper when it was like a social video from the field, and they kicked the field goal, and the long snapper just was like full sprinting down the field to get the game ball to give to Robbie Gold.
Hell yes.
Dude, it was a very, very gritty, very, very
I
gritty
love it.
video.
That's a special teams
Yeah.
unit that likes each other.
Yeah.
Dude,
it was great.
I mean, the 49ers are awesome. I love watching them. I love Kittle, obviously. But Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams, that Trent Williams play where he just wrecked everyone.
Dude, that was so sick. They put Trent Williams in as a 340-pound fullback.
crazy.
And then
In motion.
they sent him in motion,
Yeah.
so he had about a 5-yard head start. And his assignment was run directly into this linebacker. And he pushed him back so far that he got a second-level block on another guy. That's probably the scariest thing to happen to you in a football game.
Yeah.
Is to see Trent Williams with that head of speed. That's almost like in the CFL when they tell their wide receivers that you're allowed to have one guy running directly at the line of scrimmage before the ball's even snapped. That's what they're doing for a lead blocker. I love everything that they do with their running game scheme. It's fun to watch.
It's the best. It's the best. And I think the Niners have, they kind of own the Rams, so we'll see what happens. It's so much fun to watch them play. I love their uniforms. I love everything about them. Where do you think, what happens with Rodgers? Because I do, so my comparison to late Brett Favre is, it's obviously Aaron Rodgers doesn't make the mistakes that Brett Favre makes in terms of gunslinging. What my bigger point, I maybe didn't make it well, is you have a guy who is really, really good in the regular season. That last season, Brett Favre had a little resurgence, who in the playoffs thinks that he can kind of do it his way and not play within the structure of the team, and you get a result like last night when the Packers defense was incredible. They played their balls off. And remember last year in the NFC Championship game, Packers defense, they had 3 picks of Tom Brady. same thing kind of happened where it was like Aaron Rodgers wasn't able to win a home playoff game where he should have been the guy. Like, he should have done the things, and he's done it in his career. There's been a lot of playoff losses that aren't on Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying that.
He's had some
I'm
really
saying,
good playoff games.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a choke artist in that, like, every playoff's the same. I'm saying at this point of his career, it's clear that, like, something happens when he gets to the playoffs where he's like, I only trust two guys. I'm going to keep throwing it to them, and that's not, like, you're not going to win a big-time playoff game that way.
Randall Cobb came back for this game, but he very obviously was not fully healthy. And I think that's the guy that, like, Aaron Rodgers, I think he, like, that's the main reason why Aaron Rodgers kind of held out this offseason was because he basically wanted a guy that he trusted to come back.
Right.
Or for them to go out and get somebody. So they brought Randall Cobb back to the team, and he's essentially how a lot of young quarterbacks look at their tight end as being a security blanket. That's what Randall Cobb is. He's just like a warm cup of milk for Aaron Rodgers, where it's like, okay, Randall Cobb is going to be in the flat, wide open for 7 yards whenever I want him. And he wasn't healthy, so I think not being involved in the game made him lock in a little bit on Davante Adams, who, to be fair, if you're going to pick a guy that you should lock in on, Davante Adams is a strong choice for a lock-inable receiver.
Yeah, but the Niners used that against him and was like, we know you're going to go to him. The Randall Cobb thing is interesting because obviously Rodgers wanted him back. He wants his guys. That was part of his gripe with the offseason. I do think that if they had figured out a way to get Odell, they probably win that game.
Yeah,
like they do.
Would Odell want to play in Green Bay?
Well, I don't know because I don't know
it's too
what
cold to snow there.
I don't know what the conversation was. By the way, I still am winning that bet because it was 12 degrees. I said under 10. People were tweeting me. I got hacked during the game, but there was a lot of people who defended me with too cold to snow.
It was who knows? It could have been CGI that they added in. Sometimes they do that to make it look a little nicer.
You're making fun of me right now, but I still believe it's too cold to snow at time. It absolutely is.
Science.
There's meteorologists who were chiming in that maybe not technically, but kind of right, which is kind of cool.
In very low temperature situations, there are more occasions than not where it doesn't snow.
It snows 2 inches in Antarctica every year. How's that make sense? It's winter all the time.
It's just
global warming.
Literally
ice.
winter all the time. Global warming. It's winter all the time.
By
Hank
the way.
Libwood. Pahorkas?
Yeah, and also the guy who scored the touchdown is Talanoa Hufanga.
There we go.
Thank you,
Nice.
Jake.
I just don't know what you do with, like, Rodgers probably wants to leave. I don't know. I listened, by the way, for 3 hours to ESPN Milwaukee on Saturday night. It was incredible.
He said that
Every second of
he's happier this year than he has been in the past with Gutekunst.
Yeah.
Gutekunst.
Yeah.
Anyways, their relationship took a step forward this year, but maybe that's just the LSD or the ayahuasca talk. But he seems to be happy with everybody now. But I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going to want to come back to Green Bay. As I understand it, based on just my own gut, basically, I don't think I've read any actual quotes from Aaron Rodgers that lead me to this conclusion. But I think the deal was come back for this year, and then we'll find a place to trade you, like almost a wink-wink agreement. We'll find a place to trade you in the offseason.
I think there's probably a lot of Packer fans. It's probably split, but there's definitely it's not like a very small minority of Packer fans that are like, it might be better if we just trade him now and get a lot of draft picks and hit the reset. That's kind of my bigger point of, like, he's a really good quarterback. He wins MVPs, but this is 2 years in a row where it felt like their defense did everything. Like, they should have won that game. If you're the MVP, you should have won that game.
Where would you want to go if you were Aaron Rodgers? Denver is the one everybody says.
Pittsburgh.
New England.
He's friends with Mike
God
Tomlin.
damn it, if he goes to New England.
Are you happy, Hank? Because it's
Yes.
like the Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady thing. Is like, I don't know why it was
Ever a thing.
but it's
I
definitely.
mean, now that
dead
Tom Brady has, or whatever, we'll get to that, but just as many NFC playoff games
Hank,
wins as him.
What would you rather have, Hank? Would you rather have Mac Jones for 14 years or Aaron Rodgers for 2?
Put you in a bind there.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is
I
still
would probably
really
take
good.
Aaron Rodgers, honestly.
He's still really
answer the
good.
form of the
I
question.
love Mac Jones, but Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. You're asking if you would rather have the MVP on your team next year.
I think he needs to go somewhere where he's not like holding the
Yeah, he's not
franchise
going to come to New
hostage.
England. Yeah, he would
and,
never
like,
come to New England.
Yeah.
It would be immediate disaster.
I also just one last point. I can't stand the fact that, like, all these blue check mark like libs on Twitter are like owning Aaron Rodgers. Like that, I've lived this life. Like get off my corner. They were so happy he lost. I'm like, dude, he's tortured me. You just showed up because he fucking didn't get a vaccine. Get the fuck out of here. Let me have this moment, not you guys.
You know what? It was like a bat signal for the world's lamest jokes to be repeated over and over. Like, if I have to hear one more person say, wow, it looks like Aaron's really boycotting the Super Bowl this year in California.
Throw Rogan.
And it's the least funny people in the world making these jokes.
Shut up. You just showed up. You showed up like a month ago to hate Aaron Rodgers. I've been hating him for a very long time. He's tortured me for a very long time. Leave me alone.
It's disrespectful to low-hanging fruit to call that low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, and it's also
at least make a joke about his brother hating him.
This is keep politics out of sports the other way. I do believe it. Like, don't hate a guy because of his politics in the sports universe. Let us hate for real hate. Because he's killed me, and now I get to like do a little victory dance here. And again, I know I'm a loser, but then all these people just showing up like you. These people showed up and they're like, oh, Aaron Rodgers never wins any games.
Listen, what the coronavirus has done to America is child's play compared to what Aaron Rodgers has done to Big Cat's brain. So just let Big Cat handle this, okay?
Listen, when you get tortured by one guy, I know there's Bills fans probably know. I mean, Jets fan, there's a history of the NFL. Like, you pick a guy who's tortured you, and it sucks, and then you show up on Twitter, and everyone else gets to make the jokes. I did get hacked though, so I was out for a little bit.
It's a real shame that Aaron Rodgers got bounced.
Twice.
Every team would love to have Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, he's
every
a very good
team
quarterback. He's also he should have won that game on Saturday night.
Yeah.
I know that Packers fans will say special teams was atrocious.
He scored 10 points.
You scored 10 points and you had the ball with 4 minutes left at home, and you're Aaron Rodgers. You should have won the game.
It'd be if you really did hate the Packers. Logically, he should go to the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would take him.
Would you? Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I'd probably have to delete my entire account.
Your life. You'd have to you'd have to go into witness protection.
I actually was
root for him silently in a bar.
Honestly, I hope he stays because I actually don't think he's going to win a Super Bowl with Green Bay. After watching the last 2 years in the playoffs, I'm feeling a lot better about that. If the Bears just moved to San Diego and like I didn't have to worry about the Bears and I could just like revel in Aaron Rodgers losing big playoff games, my life would be significantly easier. I'd win the Super Bowl every year because Aaron Rodgers loses every year. It'd be incredible. I would like that. But just go away, Bears. Let me just hate the Packers instead. It's the only positive I have. Is watching them lose in heartbreaking fashion.
Listen, you take what you get sometimes.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty normal feeling to have as a sports fan that just lives in misery the entire time. It's so much fun to root for people to fail. It's all you have sometimes.
When you're a loser, you have to try to drag people down to be losers with you. That's the reality of being a sports fan, and that's what I have to do because I have no other option. It's not like the Bears are ever going to be a competent organization. That's just facts. So, Aaron Rodgers, that was an awesome night. I was smiling ear to ear. What a fucking night. What a night. He should have won that game. He had the ball. 4 minutes left. We saw it. Mahomes and Josh Allen, with 4 minutes left in Lambeau Field, would have scored like 4 touchdowns in that time.
Did you know, I mentioned earlier that Aaron Rodgers had a top 5 defense for 1 year. And that's the year that he won the Super Bowl. 8 times Brady has had a top 5 ranked defense, and he won 3 Super Bowls. So just a little bit for comparison there.
Where are you getting your stats from?
I don't know, Twitter. Before this, I Googled fun stat, or I searched fun stat Rodgers, and that's what came back. So
Fun stat Rodgers.
Yeah,
no, there's been many years where he could blame his defense. This is not one of those years. They played awesome. All right. Anything else on Aaron Rodgers? Hank, you're looking at me like, anything else? Anyone else want to dance on his grave? I'll probably do some more later on this week. Also, Matt LaFleur, you're welcome to come back on the podcast anytime you want.
I think
he'll probably try to punch me in the face at the combine, but that's fine. I did text him. Well, this was 2 weeks ago. I wasn't going to text him last night. He did enjoy his time very much, but I'll say we're going to probably have to give that like 6 months.
I'd love to have him on next week.
Yeah, I would too. I would love to have him
I think he was a nice guy.
Week. I would love to have him on next week. I did feel bad because he basically was like, he took all the blame. And it's like, well, maybe your quarterback shouldn't play hero.
Well, he took the blame also for the 10 men on the field on the field goal, which is definitely not the fault of the head coach to be counting the men on the field. I think, you know what, this offseason, I get the feeling that everybody in the Packers organization is going to be like, all right, we're sick of this shit. Can we just move on?
Yes.
Like I'm exhausted because you can put up with a lot of stuff when you're winning, but it's got to be so fucking exhausting.
That's the Favre part.
And he's so good.
Yes.
But it's like, high maintenance. The old hot versus crazy dating matrix of, okay, if you're X hot, then you're allowed to be X crazy, and we can put up with that. You get away with a lot more.
Yes.
And at this point, after being in a long-term relationship with a hot, crazy quarterback, you're like, you know what? I'll just take a hard 7.
That's the Favre part. Like, Favre at the end was driving Packers fans crazy because he's a retire, unretire. Like, what's he going to do? They have become each other. They're just looking. They're Spider-Man memeing each other at the end of their Packer careers. And I love it. All right. We'll get to our last game. PFT, you got one more ad before we get to our last game.
Yeah, Sling, baby. Sling TV. If you love watching live sports, maybe you're tired of the high prices. It's time to take control of your TV experience. It's time that you got Sling. It's the place where your favorite sports channels like ESPN, FS1, TNT, and more come together for less. It's Sling TV. It's the cheapest way to watch college hoops, the NBA playoffs, the entire F1 season, and more. Is F1 still going on right now?
No.
Okay.
Testing soon.
Testing? Okay.
Testing.
Plus, you can watch past episodes of the Yak Stool streams and exclusive new Barstool content for free. The Brandon Walker Show is available exclusively on Sling TV, and you can watch it for free on the Barstool Sports Channel. Sling is easy to set up, easy to use. There's no contract. It starts at just $35 a month. Sign up now. Try it absolutely free for 3 days. Whatever you're into, Sling is a place where you can find the live sports that you love all in one place. If you've been thinking about cutting that cord, Sling TV is a must-have. Go to sling.com/barstool. Sign up now. Try it for free only when you go to sling.com/barstool.
Okay, Rams Bucs. I mean, we talked about everything. It's all been crazy, and then we had a game that was like it. I likened it to, obviously the Rams ended up winning, but it was essentially like when you play Madden and there's these certain games you're playing a season where it's basically like the computer's like, fuck you, no matter what happens, I'm winning this game. The computer's going to win the game. That's what it felt like for the Rams today, because it was insane how many times they had the game and they seemingly gave it back to Tom Brady, who then would give it back to them. And then we get, obviously, the Matt Stafford, like, incredible pass to win the game to Cooper Kupp. 27-3 was what the Bucs were down, and they get all the way back to 27-27, only to lose with Matt Stafford making that pass. It was an insane game. There were so many times where it's like, holy shit. It wasn't like the Bills Chiefs in that it was sloppy. Like, there were sloppy plays, fumbles, everything, but it had just as many, what the hell are we watching? This is incredible moments.
The Rams did everything that they possibly could to let the Bucs win this game. And it wasn't like you can blame Sean McVay for the mistakes they were making, even though we definitely would have found a way to blame Sean McVay if they had ended up losing this game. But it was just weird shit happening on the field. The snap that went past Matt Stafford that probably flew like 30 yards in the air. I have no idea. At what point as a center do you practice snapping a ball in shotgun and have it? Is it all snaps that would go 30 yards if the quarterback didn't stand there 7 yards behind and catch it? Because that ball fucking sailed past.
It was crazy. And that was a crazy play. The fact that it happened right after a Bucs fumble. It was fumble. Like Brady fumbled, and then the Rams, this is what I'm saying with the Madden simulation, where it's like, oh shit, this is awesome. We got the fumble. We had a good play. And then the computer was like, nope, we're going to snap the ball. You're going to hit A too fast, and boom, you fumble it back. That happened. Cam Akers, the fumble he had at the end of the half when he was on his head and he fumbled. And then
he fumbled again.
He fumbled again. Like, the game was over. It was 27-20. The game was over. Well, no, Cooper Kupp fumbled when it was 27-13. The Bucs score. Then the game's over. They go back and forth a couple times. Missed field goal by the Rams. And then Cam Akers fumbles, and they score. It's like, holy fuck. Like, how is Tom Brady going to... I kept on saying Tom Brady does it again, but it was really just the Rams fumbling the ball.
This was one of those Tom Brady has to deal with the devil games.
Yeah.
Or actually, more accurately, is Tom Brady is the devil. The way that he was getting all the shit bouncing his way, I was seeing what Hank has seen for the last 20 years, which is just everything happens. Everything good happens to Tom Brady all the time, always. And there's no real explanation behind it, but everything was falling into place for this to be almost more improbable in a weird way than the 28-3 game was.
It really was. And someone will like write a book and be like, that's just what Tom Brady does. He makes everyone believe, and that's why you get those kind of plays. It made no sense. Hank, you left the room because you wanted the Bucs to win and Tom Brady to win. And they almost did. What were you thinking? Like, you left the room. That's your old move. You left the room. You left the stadium at 28-3, right?
So that's what kind of started. We were talking about the 28-3 thing, and then I think they kicked a field goal, and I was like, that's when I left. When the Patriots kicked it, when there was like 28-12, that's when I left to go to the concourse. I wasn't planning on doing it. I just went to the bathroom naturally, and then an interception happened. Everyone went crazy, and it was like a sign. I was like, oh my God, like, I have to stay out here now. Everyone was going crazy celebrating, and I missed it all. So I was like, I have to stay out here. So I just stayed in like one of the side rooms in the hallway, and I could just hear you guys, and I knew what was happening based off of your guys' reaction because your voice is so loud. Like, so it's like when you were happy or upset, I knew which side was happening.
You weren't watching the game?
And then I just would go, I had the ESPN Gamecast on, and I would check the play after. So I would hear the reaction, and then I would check the play to see what happened.
How accurate were you with your guesses? Like when you would hear a sound, and then you'd be like, oh, that sounds like a fumble. And
well, the craziest one was the fourth down unnecessary roughness that sounded like it was a good thing. I was like, oh my God, yes. There was 3 different times where I was like, I'm going to come back out because the game is over. Like, I can come back out and go sit on the couch because the Rams are going to win, like the Bucs choked. And that was one of them where I was like, oh my God, they got a fourth down, like miracle flag. And then I was confused because I didn't hear you guys freak out about it getting reversed.
Yes.
Like, you guys celebrated like, you know, the Bucs got a first down, but I didn't hear the reversal. So I thought the game was over when that happened.
That was crazy.
And then it was the fumble reaction was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way. There's just no way.
Right. There was no way. It was no. That's exactly what it felt like watching the game. Just every time. I mean, the Bucs died 700 times. It felt like.
Yeah.
It's just no way. No way.
This was also JPP's first playoff loss.
Oh wow.
In his entire life. That's kind of crazy to think about. Also, dirty play by Matt Stafford kicking our sweet innocent boy Ndamukong Suh on that hit. He very blatantly stuck his foot out and kicked Suh in the groin area. I think I speak for all of us when I say that Suh would never do anything to provoke anything like that or be caught in a situation where he was doing something like that to somebody else. Dirty play. It was very funny, though, that Suh got penalized for taunting.
Yes.
When he was tattling. It wasn't like taunting. He just went to the ref. He was like, you kicked me.
Yeah.
This guy kicked me.
And he looked at Matt Stafford, and I almost shit myself.
Steve Hockley, absolute diva.
Sean.
Yeah,
Hockley, he is.
Yeah.
He's the worst ref.
Yeah.
He leads the league. I think his crew leads the league in penalties. That's all. He just reminds everyone that he's Sean Hockley.
He hit us with the nastiest, however.
Yeah. And therefore.
Stephen A. Smith.
And therefore.
Division, yeah.
It was however and therefore.
And therefore, when on that late hit, which I didn't even know was a rule.
It makes perfect sense.
It does make sense, but I've never seen it implemented where on fourth down, if a pass falls incomplete and in the course of the play, a player hits, the receiver in the head, helmet to helmet, after the ball has bounced, that play's already over.
Yes.
And it counts towards the first down for the other team that they're about to. It does make sense when you think about the game, like from a linear standpoint, but I've just never heard before. And then the explanation was incredible.
And Stephen Shea wanted a 1st and 25. He's like, this is bullshit. He's just making up new rules. Can we put in the Stephen Shea clip real quick?
It sounds, get your volume ready because it sounds like someone's getting strangled. It sounds like he's watching his family member get strangled.
Yeah. Yeah, Billy?
It sounds like a Cougar's mating call.
Okay. I was going to say like
exactly what
an
I was
actual like a cat fight. Like 2 cats.
Yeah.
That fight.
Shit.
Oh no! 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 Oh no! No! I'm not celebrating a fucking thing.
No. Unbelievable. And that was, I mean, that pass, Matt Stafford deserves so much credit. He was incredible. Like, he had a couple moments where you're like, oh, is he getting nervous here? But he made big plays. I mean, even in the first half, that Cooper Kupp touchdown that he threw.
He didn't really have any Matt Stafford moments.
No, I mean, he's
good.
He's a good quarterback. He just, he's every now and then makes a big mistake, but he deserves a ton of credit. I love that I have the take that I've been squatting on for like 4 years now that he's a Hall of Famer. I remember, I got to go find that tweet because people thought I was crazy. But I said if he can get to an NFC Championship game or later, he will probably have enough. Like, this will be, if he gets to a Super Bowl, I think he'll have enough in terms of he's going to play for, 5 more years. His numbers amassed is going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And this will be his deep playoff run. Also, remember Von Miller? Oh, yeah, he's really, really good. He had 9 pressures, a sack, and 2 of his pressures caused turnovers. He was a game changer. Like, the Rams are just an insanely good football team. And, you saw it. Like, the fact they have Odell, Von Miller, and, like, that was added on to Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford. It's crazy. And they didn't have Whitworth.
Jalen Ramsey got torched, though.
He did.
Jalen Ramsey, you can't demand to be switched to covering the other player's best receiver and yell at your own teammate and be like, no, let me cover him because you can't, and then give up a 50-yard bomb to him.
Yes.
That just can't happen if you're Jalen Ramsey. I think the Rams are probably the second most talented team behind the Chiefs.
Niners have a ton of guys on their roster, though.
They got guys, but the Rams have a lot of dudes.
No, I know. I think we because maybe it's because of Jimmy G, we discount, but like their roster's so stacked.
All right, let's have a guy off. You want to do a guy off?
Sure.
All right, Aaron Donald is my first guy.
Bosa,
Von Miller,
Kittle,
Cooper Kupp,
Trent Williams,
Odell Beckham,
Deebo Samuel. It's a guy off. It's a guy off. I'm trying to think of who else on the Whitworth.
Jalen Ramsey.
Hey, you forgot Jalen
Okay,
Ramsey.
but I was saving him.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Matt Stafford. I counter your Jimmy G.
Brandon Ayuk. Robbie Gold. He's a guy.
Gay.
He's hurt. He missed a kick, a 47-yarder today.
Yeah, that was
a bad kick.
That was a doy kick.
That was a bad kick.
I don't know how it's possible for a professional kicker to miss a 47-yard field goal short. That's
crazy.
It's insane to me. Was it tipped?
I don't know.
Did he just catch it thin?
I think he just missed it. Fred Warner.
You can't look at the
No, I'm not.
roster.
I'm looking. This is my Twitter. I'm on my Twitter.
Okay, Jalen Ramsey.
So we just had a guy off.
Their
Kyle
kicker,
Shanahan.
their punter's good too.
Mike McDaniel.
Hecker.
He's a guy.
Mike McDaniel's a guy.
He's a guy.
He's a bro.
He's absolutely a guy.
This is going to be...
I just think the Niners roster is like super talented. We just, because of Jimmy G, it doesn't feel... Whatever. All these teams are good.
This is going to be a great week of the narrative of Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, yeah.
Because Kyle Shanahan has just owned his ass. And that's what I'm kind of hoping that continues. As much as I would like to see Matt Stafford get to a Super Bowl, that'd be a lot of fun. I love the fact that Shanahan is just the one dude that McVay can never Gruden his way into beating.
Yeah. He is, and the fact that they're friends, it's perfect. It would be crazy if we have the Niners and the Chiefs again.
That would be crazy.
I know Stephen Shea is obviously a diehard Bucs fan. I know, there was people obviously rooting for the Bucs and Brady. I think that the Niners-Rams, from an unbiased perspective, is like a super, super exciting NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm so pumped for this game. What? No, use Brady.
No, I'm not. Again? No, I'm just saying. That I guess it depends. Like the media, the general fans might agree with you, and I don't disagree with that. But the media having Jimmy G versus Brady.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
that would have been
fiesta.
Crazy. You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. That would have been nuts.
What, Hank?
A cum fiesta.
Yeah.
If we get Chiefs Rams, they're just going to replay the Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, the one where it was...
They're just going to cut to that every single
Imagine me the guy at the water cooler the next morning that took the under. That's that game.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
What was that final score?
That was like
60 something?
56, 54. 54.
That was such a great football game.
Yeah, it was.
I loved every second of that.
Yeah, it was.
51-54.
Yeah,
Rams.
51-54. Damn. All right, any last thoughts about this game? The Rams are really good. I don't know if I've given them credit because I've always... I guess maybe it's because of the 49ers, beat them every time. So it's like someone's got the answer key on the Rams.
They got their number.
Right.
I think
they're really, really good.
I think, the Rams are good. We discount them because they still feel soft, especially compared to the 49ers.
Yeah,
they're probably not soft.
Yeah. They were all up in Brady's ass. Hank must have said 100 times, he's got no time. He just kept on saying it. Like Brady's throws were off. He's like, well, he's got no time.
Oh, I found one more fun stat here.
Von Miller was up his ass.
I've got another fun stat. Tom Brady, since he turned 37, has 6 more playoff wins than Aaron Rodgers has in his life.
Yeah.
That's just kind of a fun stat.
It's very interesting. I mean, if you do Tom Brady stats, it's not fair because you could actually. I think I heard someone say that if you cut his career into thirds, each one of them would be a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, probably.
It's how is that possible?
He's still 1 win short of 36 playoff wins, though.
Yeah, Billy.
That's
what
tough.
if he retires? We were joking that if he retires, he is going to absolutely cuck Ben Roethlisberger in Canton. Tom Brady's retirement in Canton is going to be.
No, Ben can't retire if Tom retires.
He has to come back
because
for
it's
1
going to
week.
be a Brady suckfest that entire weekend. Ben,
Deservedly so.
You know what Ben's probably going to do? He'll probably show up on crutches.
Yeah.
To the Hall of Fame just to get a little bit of shine, make them install a special ramp for him to get up so that they get to everybody remembers how tough Ben is for that weekend too, not just Tom Brady.
Yeah, that would suck for Ben. All right, last ad before we get to who's back and we send everyone on their way. I'm just still buzzing.
Yeah,
what a fucking weekend.
This is Wood, introducing Wood. It's a new men's grooming line offering products across hair, body, beard, and shave. We talked about it a little bit last week. But there's something, it's a pretty sick flex if everything in your bathroom, all your grooming materials are from the same company in the same scent. That just looks good. That's a nice setup that you got going. That's a clean bathroom. People love it. With Wood products, you're going to look your best, smell your best, and feel your best. Now all you have to do is live your best. Wood is for the guy that knows that his best life doesn't just come to him. He has to go out and find it. Wood works and smells as good as it looks. They've got a couple great scents. Golden Hour. That's made from smooth brandy and Madagascar vanilla. Summer House, coastal lavender and sea salt in that one. And then Fresh Tracks, smells like oak moss and pink pepper. 3 great scents. My personal favorite is Summer House. They have hair care, moisturizer, deodorant, facial cleanser, body and beard care, and more. You can level up literally everything in your bathroom all at once. That's what I would do. That's what I did with Wood. You get Wood hair care, you get moisturizer, deodorant, facial cleanser, body and beard care all at once. We love Wood. It's going to make you attack your day. Shop Wood at getwood.com. That's GETWOULD, GETWOULD.com, or at your local CVS.
Okay, who's back of the week? Let's finish it up. We got a good week coming. I'm going to wake up with a smile on my face.
You know what's kind
of Rodgers, but also sports.
Looking forward to next weekend. How can next weekend compete with this weekend? Have we peaked as a league?
I think it will. I think we're going to get some good games.
We can't. I mean, this was the best weekend of football.
Let's
of all
be
time.
optimistic. Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope. I mean, the Niners, Rams, especially with the way those two teams know each other, and the Bengals Chiefs just played a game 2 weeks ago that was the best game of that week. Remember that?
Yeah, Chiefs blew them out
in the first half. Thought you had them in the first half.
My who's back of the week is Duke basketball and their alumni. So Saturday they played Syracuse, blew the doors off
Are we
them.
just going to have the same conversation again, Hank?
And then Jason Tatum on Sunday went off for 50 points against the Wizards. So
Oh, against the Wizards. Okay, cool. It's like you might as well be beating a team of 6-year-old girls.
PFT hasn't picked up what he's doing. Grayson Allen deserves to be in jail.
What?
And prison.
He didn't go. Yeah.
Okay?
No.
He's a fucking scumbag piece of shit.
I feel like they would have suspended him for longer if that was the case.
It was actually really funny on Friday night because I was watching both the Bulls-Bucs game and the Badgers-Michigan State, and Grayson Allen assaulted Alex Caruso, should be in jail.
Should be in hell.
And Brad Davison was like kicking someone in the balls. And they're like, how do you fucking root for this guy? It's like, that's a sports fan. Brad Davison's a nice guy. Grayson Allen, jail.
It was a very dirty play.
No, it wasn't.
On the
Yes,
other,
it was!
Hey, he grabbed him with
He
two
got suspended
hands.
for a game. They don't suspend. They suspend people for a lot longer than one game if it was a dirty play.
Yeah, you
Fact
know why?
Or fiction?
You know why? Because
Fact
the
or
real
fiction?
suspension is
Fact.
releasing.
We're back.
No,
Everyone's favorite game is back.
No.
Fact or fiction?
Fact or fiction. The real suspension on the Bucs is releasing Grayson Allen back to his teammates, who they probably all hate him, and he probably does this cheap shit during the fucking practices.
No,
so that's the real
No,
suspension.
they don't play defense in the NBA. You should be applauded for trying.
Making Grayson Allen play fast again in the NBA, get him back on the court, is bad for Grayson Allen because other teams are going to want to kick the shit out of him.
Someone
He
beat
needs to
him
be
up.
in solitary confinement or
Please.
in hell. Now,
I hate him.
50 points
from a-
against the Wizards. 50
smiling.
points against the Wizards,
Him
though. And
smiling too when he was walking off as Alex Caruso broke his wrist.
Jake turned an biased Jake in the Duke game too. I was disgusted.
What did he say?
I saw a tweet. It was like, say it, Jake. You know
Yes.
you know what you were doing.
Yes.
You've just blurred the lines completely.
The Duke threw the ball at Ted Valentine, TV Teddy's head, and they complained that he was in the way.
A Duke player did?
Yeah, there's assaulting the officials.
Yeah, that's an assault on the officials.
And then complaining about it?
Yeah, that's an assault on the officials.
Terrible.
What the fuck, Hank?
That's what I said to Jake. I was like,
Grayson
who
Allen,
is this?
how
What
do
account
you-
am I following?
How can you defend him?
Because he was playing defense. Literally, I can defend
No, he
him
wasn't.
with the word defense.
You don't watch it. You didn't watch
He
it.
jumped straight up
he grabbed him
Went
by
for the
both
ball.
in
arms.
the air and
It's
tried
the
to
NBA.
kill him.
In the 90s, they wouldn't even call it a foul.
If he
Jail
was
in prison.
if he was stronger, he would have been able to kill him.
Yep.
But he's
That's true.
He's a weak little B word.
In college, I did a radio piece on Grayson Allen being a huge villain.
Oh, a radio
Can we
piece?
hear it?
Yeah,
you
I can
find
post.
it?
I can post it on YouTube, on Twitter.
I love
It's a
that.
4-minute piece. It
I want to
starts-
hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the first 10 seconds.
Oh,
of
okay,
it.
nice.
What?
Get it ready to go.
He is college basketball's Grayson Allen.
I love
I'll
it.
post the film.
I
version.
need that. I want a
Yeah.
personal copy.
Okay,
Please text it to me.
you got it.
No, seriously. I want to listen to that on the way home.
Great,
Yeah.
great score.
That's fucking great, Jake. All right, PFT, your who's back?
My who's back of the week is parents. Parents are back because this weekend I feel like was an all-time. Your parents text you their opinions on the NFL games, especially the night game, because it was an early start.
Yes.
So moms and dads were able to stay up and watch this game. There were so many people that I was seeing either on Twitter or people that I was hanging out with in a room that were getting texts from their parents, just like checking in on that game and wanting to talk to their kids about the sports that they just watched. Want to go around the room real quick.
Yeah.
And check if your parents contacted you at some point tonight. I love dad takes, especially. Dad takes on sports are always the best. I got a transcription here from my dad on the voicemail that came in right before we just started taping the show. Here's the entire phone call here's the entire voicemail from my dad. It's Kansas City Buffalo Bills, greatest pro game of all time. That's the entirety of the message.
That's short and sweet.
that my dad left me, and he's right.
Yes.
And he's right about it.
My dad texted me one of the all-time great games. Kind of lost it when they kicked it into the end zone with 13 seconds left. What a weekend! So he had the astute analysis immediately after that. You got to squib that.
Yep.
You got to squib that.
Dads know.
You have to squib that.
Billy?
Mine just sent J.A. and then 20 minutes later, H.A. As in Josh Allen went off, but then it all didn't work out.
Ha off the JA.
Yeah.
He sent you hot.
He was just J.A., then ha.
That's probably him speaking as a Jets fan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake, you got one?
Yeah, my mom used some inappropriate language.
Oh, no.
I'll just reiterate it. It's okay.
No, say it.
No,
Say it, Jake.
I'll-
You're quoting.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
think
I'm
it's
gonna
right
say
here.
it.
Okay.
Quote, holy fuck these games.
Jake,
Yes!
you kissed your mother with that
Unquote.
mouth?
Wow.
Quote. And then we were talking about it. I don't know how. We met him in Buffalo this summer. Josh Allen. She's like, he's 25. I said, yes, it's crazy. We met him in Buffalo this summer. Where did he play before? Wyoming. Was he cool? I said, he's awesome. She said, thank God. I hate when they're assholes.
I want to know who your mom thinks is an asshole.
Yeah.
Like which players she hates.
Okay. I'll ask.
Can you ask
Tell
her?
her Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
That's
Kirk
amazing.
Cousins.
That's amazing.
I just got a text from my mom out of the blue during the Rams game, and it just said, "Dad just called me for dinner. WTF? Question mark, question mark, question mark." So I don't think my dad really watches. Was probably watching the game. So my mom was like, "What is this guy doing?"
Your dad probably watched the Brady game though, right?
Oh yeah. Honestly, probably not.
My
dad. He likes Patriots, but he's not like a general. He still listens to the podcast, but I think he gets all of his football information from this podcast.
I love that though. I love people who are just one team and that's it. If the day that your team is out of the playoffs, the season is over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's nothing else. No playoff games, nothing. I respect the hell out of people like that. Simple life.
Yeah. No, they're the burn your bus people.
It's great.
In sports.
It's great.
Bubba, you got anything?
Yeah, I got a text from my dad. It said, "Perfect day today, watching football and got an S&S grinder for dinner," which is a deli by me.
That's
so just
great.
an Italian sub in football. I mean, that's pretty dude rock.
There's nothing parents like more than watching a football. Knowing that somewhere out there, your son or daughter is watching the same sports that you're watching.
Yeah.
Instant connection.
Yeah. It's a great weekend for dads and moms to text in. I mean, that's how good the games were. Football truly is family. Thanks, Roger. All right, my Who's Back. We will do it, Hank. My Who's Back is call-in radio shows because I drove back from Hoboken at midnight on Saturday night, and I stayed in my car till 1 a.m. listening to ESPN Milwaukee and Packer fans call in. And I got to give a shout-out to this one guy who says that they should blow up Lambeau because they would have won in a dome. Here's the audio.
College. I don't know how long you're going to be with us. You can decide that. Is it Sean in Sun Prairie? Is that who we have next? I lost track of the list.
Hey, Homer. How's it going? Hey, Tausch.
Hey.
I think it's time to put the TNT in Lambeau Field and blow it up. Just let Aaron go. Let all our high-priced guys go, and let's start from scratch. This is the expectation is every year that we're going to do this, and it's not sustainable. And it's sad, but at some point, let Aaron Rodgers go win another Super Bowl somewhere else. I'm sympathetic to that, and he would save us a lot of money. We'll get some draft picks out of him. Let Devontae Adams go. We can't afford the best wide receiver in the game, and I think we've had 10, 15 years to win more than one Super Bowl. We got one. We should be thankful, but I think it's just time to disassemble the team and rebuild. I disagree, Tausch. I think we should rebuild. And like what you said, Homer, it's not working. Something's not working. And Aaron Rodgers having a bad game tonight and a bad game against Tampa Bay. It's just something's not working here, and I hate to say it. It's probably the weather. It's probably the cold. And Tausch, you played here and with your short sleeves and your arms showing, but I don't think anyone likes playing in the cold. I think time to put a dome over Lambeau Field and get rid of the frozen tundra.
You can't be serious.
We all joke, but I mean, true or false? If there's a dome over that, game tonight, I think Aaron Rodgers has a better game. And when he ran the table in 2010, they were all dome away games that he won in. Dallas, Atlanta.
Whoa. He played in the cold, one of the coldest games in Chicago, and a not great day in Philly. I get your point. Your point's fair. And I do think, ideally, with how accurate and precise old boy is with the football, he does love the elements to not be a factor, but that's not. So I get your point, but that was not accurate.
Okay, fine.
I know, again, I'll reiterate for the 1,000th time I'm a loser, but there's just something great about when your nemesis loses and just, I read our friend Aaron Nagler, I told him this, I read every single comment on his website on Saturday night. He's like, I don't even do that. I was like, I read it all. I read every blog. I read everything. It was fantastic.
I agree with the guy about blowing up Lambeau Field. Like, when you're right, you're right.
Well, he went on. I don't know how much of the clip we put in there, but he went on to say when the Packers won the Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers did it all in domes, and then Mark Tauscher, who's former Packer and Badger, was like, the NFC Championship game in Chicago was like 5 degrees, and he's like, oh yeah, well that's fair. Like you just blatantly were not right.
But at this point, we're talking about the high maintenance factor of Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. You're saying you're going to build the entire team a brand new house.
Yes.
Because he doesn't like the house that you're in right now.
You got to do it.
Got to do it.
No, there were a lot of fans.
That's one thing where I think I would actually stop watching Packers games if they played in a dome.
Yeah, no, it sucked.
You can't have that.
Can't do that.
The only person that wants that is Kurt Warner and this guy.
Yes. They it's Kurt Warner's going to be mad about that.
I know. Don't contact Kurt. He's still
not tweet Kurt about
he
the
regrets
weather.
He doesn't regret coming on the show, but he does regret the fact that his very bad opinion was amplified.
I don't think he does because he still argues it.
I would say
every day.
He probably regrets a little bit that his legacy is not Hall of Fame quarterback. It's guy who's too big of a pussy to play in the weather.
Well, let's not forget the movie, which was If Air Bud Was a Human.
He's probably pumped though. NFC Championship game indoors, Super Bowl indoors.
Yeah, he's super psyched about that.
We're good to
Also,
go.
this could be here's a breaking news. Hank, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Jake, do you want to? No? All right.
No, you're right.
You almost got Wally Pipped with Jake last week, Hank.
I heard.
He was really good at the cow.
Yeah.
This could be the first Super Bowl ever played by a team in its own home stadium.
What?
If the Rams make it to the Super Bowl, it's never been done before. Pretty crazy stuff.
Wow. Where'd you get that stat from?
It's at. I want to make sure to give him proper attribution. I got that stat from sports business reporter at Darren Ravel on Twitter. So go check him out. Give him a follow.
His
and tell him that I'll beat the fuck out of him for his MLK memorabilia so I can donate it to a proper museum.
His response when someone was like, "You're an idiot," he's like, "I'm not an idiot. I just forgot."
Which is not true because he schedules these tweets out before the game.
Shout out Schefter doing the subtweet where he just put a little asterisk. First time ever that a team can play in their home stadium in the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl with the Rams. But yeah, call-in radio shows are back. Fucking love it. I'm probably going to, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm going to probably be listening to between 4 and 6 hours of Packer podcasts on Monday. Just going to throw that out there. I will be doing that. It's going to be great. Might even call into a show. All right, Billy.
My who's back, and you might have talked about this while I was out of the room. Derrick Henry's long legs and not being able to run.
We actually did.
You did?
We gave you credit.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Because on that 2-point conversion,
I was
right?
like, you were out of the room for maybe 90 seconds, but we actually did.
Yeah, that was my who's back.
Yeah, you deserve credit. Every time there's short yardage, I'm like, I think of you. It's crazy. But that happened too with the there's 2 times it happened where he got stuffed. He got
fourth
stuffed
down
on
and a
down.
2-point conversion.
Yeah.
The 2-point conversion, I thought that was a play in a nutshell of Billy's entire thesis built around Derrick Henry.
The 4th down as well. Fourth down, he just didn't have the runway.
But the touchdown, right, was he was able to get outside.
Yep.
So just in between the tackles.
Yep. You're right, Billy. Jake.
My who's back of the week is robot umpires. They're getting promoted to AAA baseball, closer and closer to the majors.
Are there now?
Not every team, some teams.
I think I would be in favor of robot umpires if there was an actual robot.
Yeah,
but it's not, right?
It's just like a buzzer.
It's the radar system or whatever they use.
It's like beeps, I think,
and it beeps, and then it tells the scorekeeper what to do. But
How are they deciding this and not like figuring out the season?
Yeah, good point. Good point, Hank.
What?
Like, shouldn't they? Like, aren't there more
they
pressing?
Don't have a season
aren't there
right
more
now.
pressing issues at hand?
That's true.
That's a great point.
Robot players too are coming.
Maybe we'll just robots everywhere.
Bring back BattleBots.
I'd watch that.
I would like it if there was an actual robotic umpire that was on the field, so that you had something that you could argue with,
kick it,
or
like,
yell at, or throw stuff at. Yeah.
What was the thing that Philly beat the fuck out of? one of my favorite stories of all time that might have been fake.
Oh, the travel across the America.
What was his name?
Yeah. There was a robot.
The Hitchbot.
Hitchbot. Yeah, they made it to Philly and they kicked the shit out of him.
But the funniest part is it made it through all of Canada before, and they tried it in the U.S.
It's probably in better condition after it went through Canada.
Yeah.
And then it gets to Philly and it ends up in a ditch.
Fuck this robot. You a Cowboys fan?
Remember?
Also, Jake's back because he had a great call of the Vermont game.
Thank you guys for watching.
We listened.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, and watched.
I gave you your over shout out.
Overhit.
Yeah. You guys remember Mr. Clanky from Backyard Sports? He was the robot who's like the ref, the batting practice pitcher.
I don't.
Everything.
But I believe you.
Just give me something that I can yell at, verbally accost, throw something at, or shove if I'm angry enough.
Yeah,
or
spit on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be the actual robot umpire. Just put something out there that I can get mad at. Because otherwise, I don't know what to do.
Why?
I just don't.
I agree. I like the human element. I
guess it's like, what if a manager has disagreement? Like, that's a classic baseball thing.
It's not even
Guy
that.
turns their hat around. They're spitting in each other's face.
I've made this argument a million times, but everyone needs to think about this before we go too far. Because it's the same thing with the sky cam when we did the pass interference. If we lose umpires, we lose like 50% of the things that we can blame and talk about as sports fans. You can't. If refs are robots and every call is perfect, like think about having to come to grips with the fact that your team actually lost, and you can't be like, "Fuck the refs, they screwed us."
I just think
that'd be brutal.
You want to have something to talk to people about,
right?
If you're at the water cooler the next day, what are you going to have to talk about if you can't be like, "Refs fucked us last night, huh?"
It's also like a very big part of going to a sporting event is having the guy next to you that's just screaming at the ref the whole time.
I think there are probably ways that you can implement certain assets or certain facets of the robotic.
I want to get rid of replay.
Umpire.
I want to get rid of replay in sports.
You just argue that the robots and machines are hacked.
I'm not even like what I'm saying is I know it sounds crazy, but I actually think it would solve a lot of things if they just decided everything on the field.
Dude.
No replay.
Replay has gone too far in certain, especially in baseball.
It would be fun
when it comes to like sliding into a base. I hate that. It actually actively makes the game worse.
And don't even show us the replay.
Just tell us.
Just let us go. Just play the game. I sound very old.
There should actually just be one umpire.
Yeah.
It should be Joe West, and he controls the entire game by himself.
All right.
17.
22.
8.
69.
44.
I got 60, us some Taco Bell, guys. It just came.
Great show. Just love sports.
What's that, Hank?
I ordered Taco Bell.
That was an amazing football weekend.
It was. 54 does it?
Yeah.
54 counts.
Just barely got up there.
Moss bears or tardigrades could survive a nuclear disaster.
Love you guys. What kind of Taco Bell did you get?
I got us a party pack and some cheesy gorditas.
Is it for everybody?
Yeah.
Talking away, though I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shying away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Shying away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. I'm on sentence, but I need so little way. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say up to me, It's no better to be safe than sorry. Say after me. It's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. Just to play my worries away. You're all the things I've got to remember. You shine away. I'll be coming for you anyway. You shine away. I'll be coming for you.